of long ago, created by the cosmic legends of the universe. There stands one man, one great man, a man dedicated to preserving all that is good in pop culture. Loved by few, hated by many. Alone in his fortress of awesomeness, he battles fearlessly against the wolf, the evil, the unjust. To right that which is wrong, to stand for justice, to serve all mankind. He is the one, the only, the comic Relief Crusader.
Hey everyone, it's Friday! Oh, thank God, made it through another long week of toiling hard in the fields and gathering all the crops and whatnot, seeing how it's fall and it's harvest time. So, hope everybody had a good week as we move into the weekend. And, and to all my Jewish friends out there, Shabbat Shalom, and I hope all of you have a wonderful Feast of Trumpets, which apparently is starting tonight, and I believe for another week, something like that. So, as we normally do, let's welcome everybody into the panel.
If you're blue and you don't know where to go to, why don't you go where fashion sits?
And Foggy Brains, how's it going, dude?
Hello, good sir. Hello, it's going well. Hope you're well as well.
I'm doing fabulously well.
Yay!
Because it's Friday.
Exactly, the best.
And
I would say the best day of the week, but some people's Fridays are their Wednesdays, and sometimes
that's
it's
true.
Thursdays. So yeah.
And for that, I don't care because it's my Friday.
Well, there you go. That's all that matters. Screw the rest of you. No, we love you all.
We try. No, I'm kidding. We do. We love you all. So, Pop Culture Republic, how's it going, dude?
Hey, it's going all right.
Nice.
Last Monday of the week.
Exactly. Oh, thank God. It's all over.
Yeah.
Only having to do it all over again.
Right. We get a series of Mondays and 2 Fridays, or a Friday and a Sunday, then start up with the chain of Mondays all over again.
Yay. Exactly. And hope for more bounce.
Mm-hmm.
Admiral T, dude, how's it going, man?
We all have a Friday. For some of us, Friday is Tuesday. For some of us, Friday is a paycheck. For us, Friday, our Friday, the actual Friday, is just Friday. Hi.
Huzzah.
And how's it going in New York? Are you waterlogged? I understand it's flooding.
My phone has been blowing up all day with National Weather Service reports of flooding. They say do not leave your home unless it's an emergency. And I'm thinking, like, does pizza count?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. It said only leave your home to flee. That's exactly what it's. Only leave your home if you are fleeing floodwaters. I was like,
so you got your canoe ready. Yeah, you got your canoe ready to paddle out.
I woke up at like 4 a.m. From the rain drumming on my still installed air conditioner, and it sounded like it was playing like John Bonham's Moby Dick.
Wow!
It was just like, and I was like, "What the actual fuck?" And I'm like, "I'll just go back to sleep." And I'll be like, and I'm like, did someone jump out my window and land on my air conditioner? Like, what's that sound? And so I'm just like, I wake up and I look outside and it's just like a movie. And I'm like, wow, that skyline looks just like New York. And then I remembered that part was normal. And I was like, but wow, it really is raining fucking hard. And
Question
we
for
just
Pop
like-
and Teague, if you don't mind. Do you guys buy storm chips down there in America? Like, if you know there's a big storm coming, do you guys get your storm chips and your pop ready?
Yes, we do. There is like pre-storm parties and
yeah.
pre-storm
Oh,
pre-storm
never heard of
shopping
that.
is a big thing.
Oh yeah.
It's a
Yeah,
Canadian
like
thing here.
right-
Yeah, Mike knows what I'm talking about. Storm
Yeah,
chips.
exactly.
And then
Exactly.
in Texas, they're pretty pragmatic. They go and run to like Target to get what they need in case things don't
No.
work out.
No,
But
most of us who live in the country, we're already prepared for such things. We like have preparedness minded, so we've got like full pantries and all that. But city
That's
folk,
smart,
yeah, the city folk are
PCR
the
gets
ones
his
who.
Wi-Fi fresh. He
Yeah.
gets it right from the stream. He goes right down to the internet stream and harvests
Yeah.
it himself, just
Yes.
like our grandfathers used to do.
Yeah, it's the city
How we
folk
want
who run to
Walmart.
Walmart and start panic shopping and filling out
Exactly.
their carts
Oh my
with
gosh,
milk and
yes.
bread and all
You
that.
know what?
Like toilet paper, milk, bread,
know what?
toilet
Don't worry
paper, and
about
all that. And they start panic buying. It's like, oh, the world is ending. The world's ending. And like we're looking at them like, no, it's just a normal Sunday.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I
Yeah,
want to say
no, but-
hello to everybody in the chat so far. I want to say hello to
Hey.
Gap After Dark. How's it going, my dude? Nice to see you here. And we have the illustrious Dark Helmet. Who's
Hey,
inside
Helmet
the
and
Rolls
JR
Hey.
and JRC 99 US.
There
That's
you go.
right. And
What's up,
JRC
my
99
friend?
US. How's it going, man?
That's
Yeah,
what's up again.
Mike's
These
gun might
guys
be more
again.
dangerous than the one that they gave you, bro. That was one dangerous looking weapon. Although I guess we can't talk about it. We're on freedom of non-speech. We're on euphemism tube. The U on YouTube, where the U is for euphemistic. How is your phaser? Yeah, that was a nice phaser that you showed us on Rumble.
Yes, it was. It was very much so. My Second Amendment intro on Rumble, which we are actually still streaming on Rumble. So everybody, head
Hello,
over to
Rumble.
Yes.
How do you
Hi,
like that
Rumble.
freedom of speech over there?
Hi.
Everything we say goes through a filter to be 3 times more raw for Rumble. The YouTube people just get the watered down feed.
Chianti. Exactly.
Right. That's-
So as we start off on a frantic Friday,
Hey,
let's
Wendy,
start off
hello.
with some stupid news. Hi, Wendy. And this for stupid news.
She's stupid hot.
I'm a
Yeah.
model, and I won't date any man who earns less than 206. That's a specific number. $1,000 a year.
Yeah.
My ultra strict dating rules help me avoid liars and bad hygiene.
She's probably not
Ah.
American. I'm gonna guess she's not American, and they translated this from like she will only date a guy who makes $1 million lira a year, and she lives in Italy. Here's the thing: if
That's
she's
quite
dumb
possible.
enough to say that, I'm a pretty good liar. I can be convincing. I can get through the weekend that I would want to date her for, because I mean she's looking like a young Demi Moore there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now. As a person who's on TikTok, there's more than a lot of women, states, Canada, world that actually believe this. They're like, if you don't make,
Yes.
you
No,
make
but I-
75,000 a year. Oh my god, you're nothing. Like, shh, what?
If somebody's that
don't worry.
shallow, it's like enjoy the single life.
Yep.
Wendy,
exactly.
Why
Wendy,
not
the
date
drama
me and
warrior
feel like
says- why do I want to slap her?
because you have a pulse.
Yeah,
I just want to say to this woman, for anything you say that you can say shallow, I have a devious story that's better than it. So come on, let's meet up and you can tell me your devious stories, and you can help me with this problem I'm having. It's a
Yes.
literary problem. I need you to help me work out my Longfellow.
Does everybody hear that? It's the sound of a shovel digging away. And that shovel
Well, I
is
can't
made
go
of
to
gold.
Gilgo Beach anymore. I had to blame that on that. I mean, shovel. What are you talking about?
No, I mean, come on. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, she is quite a beautiful woman, but
She's hot for
personality-wise,
now.
yes. I mean, but personality-wise, yes. Avoid like the plague. Avoid.
Actually,
And
the
it's because
personality
that-
makes her look ugly. Like, I'm sorry, that can actually.
Well, no, you're right.
No,
Yeah.
the thing where she looks like a bitch is kind of a turn on. I'm sorry. Some of us have that predilection.
Oh, so you're thinking of angry.
Kind of
Sis.
hot.
Ah,
It'd be
okay.
like it's like, yeah, like she might be like just like one of those demanding types. Just like she also could just decide like I'll only date a man who makes $206,000 a year, but I have a lot of casual sex. Like I can see her like throwing me up against the wall and just being like, ravage me, throw me on top of the ice machine and fuck me behind this restaurant or something insane like that. She looks crazy too.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
just saying, like, maybe we don't have to date. Maybe we could just hang out. You could see other people.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think she's a dom.
I think so. But on
Yeah.
top of that, for some odd reason, she names a specific number.
Yeah,
and
that's a weird
thus
number.
Associates, yeah.
I'm just
then
offended as a
associates
liar that she would
number-
say that we had bad hygiene.
I
As
know.
a liar,
Yes.
I'm
Well,
offended that you would
that's what
say.
I'm saying. It's like what? Anybody that makes below that amount is like basically obviously a liar and has bad hygiene. Like what? Like, are you insinuating that people that make under 200
Well, it's pretty obvious.
Like
You
obviously.
know that's pretty obvious. That's $206,000. That's what she owes in student loans. So she's looking for somebody to pay off her student loans.
For some reason, my OnlyFans channel didn't work out.
Thanks, on
That useless art degree or basket weaving 101.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm just honest.
Actually, weeping is fun. I'm not going to say that now.
I have a friend who honestly he blows that figure out of the water, right? He blows that figure absolutely out of the water. And he's like, even he's old enough now that, and he's been married 4 times that even, if he saw this chick, he'd probably like fax his wife a divorce. He'd be texting his wife. He's got that on his phone by now after 3 other divorces.
Yeah,
but
it's such an empty, vacuous relationship then, because you know the only thing she's after is your money.
Yeah.
My buddy who makes this, I don't know
it.
if she's going to be too happy dating like a 55-year-old man who has to work like 40 to 70 hours a week, starting at like, he has to be at work at 6, so he wakes up at like 3. It's like a very highly technical job for the utility company for the city. And he had to make like 30, then 50, then 60, then 90, then 100. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it took him like 30. He's like there like 34 fucking years. Yeah. Like there's only 60 to 80 people who can run the electrical grid for the city of New York. That shouldn't be surprising. But that's your dating pool. Like, yeah, okay, my friend looks pretty good for his age, but I don't know.
And Wendy says, this is the type of woman that I used to warn my son about. There you go.
The only thing about this, I'm going to say, for most men and some women, if you want to go with her, prenup.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
so that's
she's already
one.
She's already revealed that if you lie to her, you're not going to feel too bad and no one's going to hold it against you. They'll be like, that shallow bitch, go for it.
Exactly.
Like,
now,
you're going to have to lie to her, she's going to die a virgin. Or not. Like I said, depends on dating.
From what we've been told to believe, 'tis the season for apparently putting on some sort of face shield of some sort. But if things haven't gotten wackier in Canada, then it already has, thanks to Herr Trudeau. Apparently, from the circulonian,
Senor Trudeau.
Yeah, Dr. Nilly Kaplan Mirth. There's nothing mirthful about her. Threatens to forcibly vaccinate the entire Ottawa District School Board. Damn.
Oh, Canada.
And the quote,
Canada. Oh, Canada.
And the quote, I will hop this table and boost you in the neck. Biatch. Damn. Like, holy crap. The
mental health
look.
Mental health. Yeah. Sounds like somebody needs.
Yeah, look at the eyes. She looks like she wants to kill somebody.
I have a list of demand, or as I call it, a swindler's list of demands. Here I go.
There you go.
What the fuck?
Just wait until those things touch your belly button.
You're allowed to do whatever it is you think is right. You know, talk to your own fucking doctor. You know what I mean? But like, at this point, I think that like, unless you're instructing your own children, it's time to like step back from telling people what to personally do with COVID injections. It's now because this is kind of like one of those things. It's like, if we all got together at this point, literally, it's like if we all got together, if we weren't on YouTube and it was like, so Mike, circumcised?
Maybe.
It's not the craziest question, but at the same time, and like, you know, we're all guys, so it's but it's just like, what? It's like, well, you see, the thing is, I'm trying to build a wallet that turns into a suitcase. So I'm just, if you still have a foreskin, you know, or if you have any kids, you know, I'm collecting them. Just I keep them in a jar. My uncle's a Moyle. I'm halfway there.
Can you do a brother a solid? You know,
Yeah. I have a wallet that my uncle has one. It's a wallet that turns into a suitcase. It's made of all foreskins. You just have to rub it.
It was solid to make it solid. What? No.
There we go, Gap. I have different boxes and sizes of tampons that you should try on to shout her out. Shout her up.
Listen,
Oh,
baby, if you want the jab, go for it. Ain't nobody gonna say nothing bad about you, but like to hector people like this or to give here's the thing. She clearly believes in this vaccine, and she may indeed be capable of assessing the vaccine better than the people that she's talking to. Doesn't take away their freedom of choice to a point. And also, I'd just say this. Is she not proving the old maxim that no one capable of relating to people can be a doctor, and that's why their bedside manners all suck? It's like, well, hi, your bill is $20,000 and you have terminal cancer. Bye.
I think it goes a little bit deeper than that because this is a mentality that wants to take away the freedom of choice.
Well, I'll tell you right now, and Mike can attest to this. In this country, they actually were taking jobs away because you didn't have the vaccine.
Yeah,
I actually, being a photographer,
it was happening with me.
I had weddings set up, and I didn't get the job. I end up getting the first two because I'm like, I need this job. Then some health issues happen, so I didn't get them anyway. I'm not getting any more. They can shove that stuff up their ass. But yeah, they were forcing people. Then people lost their jobs because of it, and it's disgusting.
Oh yeah.
That's right.
Because I invented all the different formulas, I of course have taken them all because I should take them first. But I'm not saying that anyone else should do it. But as the inventor of the vaccines. It was like incumbent. We've all seen that episode Miri of Star Trek, the original series, where Dr. McCoy invents the vaccine, and the only right thing to do is take it all. And you ever notice Bones, whenever he fills up a needle, God damn it, he empties the whole thing into himself. It's like,
I'm going to bring this point up again. I'm going to bring up a legit point.
Fine, or I'm going to be laughing.
Notice since the vaccine that, let me see, heart attacks went up 4,000%. Athletes are passing away from heart attacks, which was completely unheard of before like that. Children at they have defibrillators in elementary schools now. I wonder why.
I can't imagine.
Yeah, you got to be careful there because YouTube might say we're talking about certain stuff.
Anyway, we'll end it here.
Also, I'd say this: we really, we're not medical professionals. We don't give medical advice, and also, we're also not mathematicians either. So there might be someone out there who can tell us why this happened. Like, oh, it's because no one went to the doctor during the lockdown. I mean, we don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
That's our legal disclaimer for this, so that we don't all go to jail.
That's right.
But I do have this cure-all you can buy from me if you give me a donation. I'll give you the email later, and I'll send it to your house. It cures everything. Everything.
Here we go. So now, apparently, as we all know, currently going on, the writer's strike is over. So apparently, we're going to be getting new movies,
like that. And if anybody strike coming from that though. The voice actor strike for video games is now happening because
the strike's over, but the work stoppage goes on, baby. You ain't gonna see no quality from these people.
And if anybody checked out my video yesterday, kind of what we were joking about on the occasional Titillating Tuesday about the Barbie movie, well, apparently that's going to be a reality. So go check that movie out that I posted yesterday on YouTube and on Rumble for all you Rumble people out there. So now everybody remembers that James Gunn said, well, you know what? We're not going to be using previous actors that were in some of the DCU roles. Well, apparently he might have changed his mind about
he's being called out bad time right now.
Some former actors and whatnot that he might want to reuse. So this out of the Hollywood Reporter.
So we're gonna get back Will Smith.
Maybe.
No.
So
come on. Don't destroy my dreams like that.
James Gunn confirms 3 stars. I wonder who they could be. Who will continue their roles in the new DC universe?
Oh, yeah,
it's
John Cena, Will Smith, and Gal Gadot.
Ooh, good guesses. But let's find out, shall we?
One right, but the other 2, I already know.
Yeah,
I think Will Smith's definitely coming. Will Smith is on the phone asking for that job. I'm telling you this right now.
One of them, you can't see him. Enough said.
It's like, please. My wife is going to eat me if I don't. So all of you in the chat, as we're going through the article, maybe you guys can guess along to see who is going to be staying and, well, who
Can you
obviously
see
is
him?
not
I
going
don't
to be.
know.
Maybe. So, with the writer's strike now resolved, the co-head of DC Studios addressed fan questions about which performers will reprise their characters moving forward. Well, I wonder who that could be. For anyone out there that might be confused about the future of DC Universe projects, James Gunn completely understands the challenge of keeping appraised on the latest developments. Gunn, who stepped in last year as co-head of DC Studios alongside Peter Safran, took to Threads on Wednesday to address fan questions about development for the new DC slate now that the writer's strike has ended. This included responding to an inquiry from months ago regarding whether actors from previous DC projects will reprise their roles, in addition to whether the new universe will commence with Superman Legacy, which has James Gunn directing James Cornsweet. Cornsweet? That sounds like corn sweat. As Clark Kent, and it does. And Rachel Bosenham, blah, 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 as Lois Lane. But up first is the animated series Creature Commandos. Yeah, that's right. Because Creature Commandos is supposed to be, the first slate.
Do they fight the Commando Elites? I mean, I think I've heard this one before.
Yeah, you just might have. Yeah, and apparently,
mercy.
yeah, and apparently, with James Gunn flip-flopping on Superman Legacy, it's like, well, we're going to go younger, we're not going to go younger. It's like, the whole flip-flopping of everything right now. I don't know. He's either pulling a Michael Bay and saying something's not going to happen when it actually does happen, because he's done like that numerous times, Michael Bay, saying, oh no, this isn't going to happen in this particular Transformers movie, and then obviously it happens. So I'm wondering if Gunn is doing the same thing, saying, no, we're not going to be telling the story of a young Superman. It's going to be an older Superman because, everybody already knows his origin story. It's not going to be retelling, and then flip-flops back and forth. I don't know. So
I don't think anybody knows at this point.
Yeah. Because in a couple of days we're hitting into October.
Wait, hold on. You're telling me that Superman isn't Clark Kent from Smallville? That there's more to it than that? I mean, that's what I'm going on here. They're saying everyone knows his origin, but as far as I know, they connect. Or let's just make it clear: when Clark Kent went missing the same day that Superman was killed in the attack on Metropolis, people started to cross associate the two.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then people started to realize that he looked a lot like Clark Kent with glasses.
Exactly.
Oh, come on. That's crazy talk.
Like, does it take all of you people
That's
not
a conspiracy
to realize?
theory. What are you talking about?
But
Yeah.
I mean, but the only suggestion we've ever had was from that liar, General Zod, who destroyed all of down Metropolis by destroying every single skyscraper in front of the dumbstruck people who were so stupid from reading the Daily Planet. That would be the lie that he was an alien. Clark was one of us, wasn't he? He was. Oh, he said Krypton had his chance. I heard it. Wait,
no,
there's more to it than that. Oh, shit.
So nothing is canon until Creature Commandos next year. A sort of a periphery. God, I hate these stupid names, especially when I have to read them like on the fly, to the DC universe, and then a deeper dive into the universe with Superman Legacy after that. So Gunn replied, it's a very human drive to want to understand everything all the time, but I think it's okay confused on what's happening in the DCU since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet.
I have to respond to that based on what I've seen so far from the DCU, right? Because apparently it's going to be new, right? Please bring back Lawrence Fishburne as Perry White and make him not fucking stupid this time, because every single thing he just said was what Perry White was all about. A year after aliens destroy a city, he's like, Clark, there ain't no such thing as a bat vigilante. What are you're looking at? You're crazy? of a guy dressed as a bat. Come on. Now
Yeah.
I can believe that aliens can blow up my city, but a bat?
Yeah.
It's like, well, Perry, have
How
ever
did
looked
you
in the
make it
sky
the
and
publisher then? You know,
Right.
like, come on.
I just would have been like, if I was at that meeting and be like, excuse me, Mr. White, there was one time after a baseball game, I was walking down by the river and I was looking over at Gotham, sir, and I swear the Gotham police building was projecting a bat onto the clouds. Yeah, I've seen it too. Yeah, me too. Yeah, you ever wonder what that might be, sir? Maybe there's something to this bat thing. Hey, sir, I watched the CNN yesterday, and there was like 3 killings in downtown Gotham, and some guy dressed as a bat grabbed him, handcuffed him, and turned him over to the chief of police. They call him Batman. Maybe he's spread his operation here. We're 20 minutes away. I don't know what I've never heard of this Batman. You guys are crazy.
Perry White taking the Perry White taking the investigative out of investigative reporter.
I want you on the story about how they didn't play baseball for 2 weeks in this town after that alien invasion. I didn't get to see. I had so much money on that goddamn Royals game.
Exactly. So apparently, yeah,
and
because
goddamn idiot.
And the other thing is, like, since no one has seen anything from the DCU yet, well, maybe your current DCU, but everybody has seen everything in a previous DCU. So I'm pretty sure we got a good understanding of, anything superhero wise, especially with the DCU. Like, we know what Superman can do. We know what Batman can do. We know, like, what a lot of other superheroes can do. Maybe there's a source material called comics. I could be wrong, but, so
what is the source material you speak of?
Yes.
What is that? Lore?
No.
We have no idea.
Notice how he claimed part of these films recently were connected to him, but how they bombed. Oh, they're not connected with the universe.
No. He continues. And yes, some actors will be playing characters they've played in other stories, and some plot points might be consistent with plot points from the dozen of films, shows, and animated projects that have come from DC in the past. Oh, really? But nothing is canon until Creature Commandos and Legacy. Okay. Right. So you're going to use stories and plot points from DC in the past, and then, but it's not going to be canon until Creature Commandos and Legacy. So what, are you meshing the two? Are you saying, oh no, we'll just use these? But so, like, everything apparently what that was told before, like everything before that's going to be happening, with Aquaman 2 coming out and whatnot, it's going to be basically considered like Elseverse, or whatever, Elseworlds. Sorry,
yeah, Elseworlds,
multiverse, if you will.
Yeah. This whole multiverse thing again, right? So, okay, fine, because we've already had Flash, we've had Shazam 2. What else we have? We had Blue Beetle that
what was the subtitle of the Flash movie again? In the Pan? Was that what was the Flash movie subtitle?
I forget. It was subtitled
in the microwave.
Yeah, in the microwave.
Oh God!
and the microwave of madness. So
I get called crude, and that gets called art.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Nola might be going to. Yeah, okay. That was you. Sorry. Anyway. Okay, so Creature Commandos is the first piece of Gunn and Safran's previously announced Chapter 1 Gods and Monsters saga of their DCU. Viola Davis is set to reprise her role as Amanda Waller. So she's coming back in the animated Max series launching in 2024. That also includes voice actors Frank Grillo, Maria Baklova, and David Arbor. Okay. Additionally, David will star in the live action series Max series Waller, which is among the titles planned for this first chapter. So so Amanda Waller, for some odd reason, I don't know why, she's going to get her own series.
I like the character, but she doesn't need her own series.
She doesn't have the draw for start. This is how you start off a new cinematic universe. Like, pick
She's
some
a side
of the
character.
side characters that the normal general audience, the people who have never read the comic comic books don't know anything about. It's like that's guaranteed to start off your universe on a down note.
That's right.
Well,
Ray Lucard says source
wondering,
material. The people want our SJW inequality.
He's right. And also, yes, Ray, this is a anti-Perry White rant. I will be going off again on Perry White before the end of the show. And I just want to say, that's the dangers of just hiring somebody out of the blue like that. He had no curiosity, none of the traits of a newsman. I'm sorry.
Which sucks because I like Fishburne. He's actually a great actor, but yeah,
he's a great actor, but in that role,
that role was bad. Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, well,
earlier in the previous movie, his premier reporter, who he believes enough in to give the corporate helicopter to, says to him, "I have proof of alien life," and he's like, "I'm going to sue you." That really happens.
Yeah,
like,
exactly right.
I like Zack Snyder the way his movies look. But my God, please just cut an hour out of these fucking beasts and get someone who can write a story that makes fucking sense. General Zod is like, we have to destroy the earth because we have opiate withdrawal syndrome if we breathe your air. Then he breathes the air and he's okay in 6 or 7 minutes. He's like, yeah, we've decided our cumulative suffering of a half an hour doesn't add up to anything compared to destroying all life on the earth. And then no one asks him obvious questions like, as a patron of this movie, I just want to know, why would you turn the Earth into Krypton? That's kind of turning an ideal, beautiful piece of Switzerland into the worst part of Detroit.
He's lost his mind.
Reasons.
Nuts by then.
It's reasons. Because that's what
he spent so much time being two-dimensional. He's become a two-dimensional thinker. Zack Snyder had his chance.
Yeah, exactly. And to everyone here, just a reminder, if you guys can hit the like button and share, it would really help out this channel because I'm pretty close to monetization.
Like, subscribe, and share.
You should subscribe to Comic Relief Crusader.
And also, once I do get monetized, I'm going to be having another draw to celebrate. So just keep that in mind, everybody in the chat, whether you're on Rumble or on YouTube. And also stick around because later on today, because it's a Frantic Friday, we're going to be watching another short. So you want to get a good laugh just to start out the weekend in the right place. So, but as for Waller, do I really need to see another angry person of color on the screen again? Don't we have enough?
She was fine in the movie itself, but a solo thing? No, nobody wants that. Stop.
Yeah, no, exactly. Don't need that whatsoever. So in response to a fan asking how Blue Beetle, the Warner Brothers film that debuted theatrically last month starring Zolo, oh God.
I think it's
starring Zolo. Okay. I'm sorry, I butchered Spanish names, Teak.
I think it's Zolo, like xylophone.
It could be, yeah. Why don't we just say Solo?
Let's call him who he is. Han Folo here.
Yeah. Gunn replied, Zolo will continue playing Blue Beetle in the DCU as Viola Davis will Amanda Waller, and John Cena will Peacemaker.
Wait, who? We can't see him. What?
That's like saying Adam West will continue to play Batman in
Nobody's getting
Batman
that joke.
In Batman 1968 when they make more episodes. As true as it is, it's not like it's gonna fucking happen. All right.
So
maybe his CGI ghost makes it into the Superman movie.
Probably.
Big wrestling fan here. The joke of John Cena is you can never see him. So that's one of his gimmicks.
Exactly.
Okay.
But I mean, okay, so we're definitely gonna have Amanda Waller, Viola Davis playing Amanda Waller. So that's one. Okay. So you're going to have Zolo. Forgive me, Hispanic people, for butchering his name. I am white.
I forgive you on behalf of all Hispanic people.
And I am English. Okay.
You know what's
but
cool
he's going to be playing Blue Beetle and John Cena again in Peacemaker.
I don't mind John because I'm a fan of John as a wrestler and a worker, and he's not a bad actor. I liked Peacemaker. It was so out there and it was. Funny. So yeah,
I forgive you on behalf of all Latino people.
Thank you. Because I didn't say Latino X.
Well, what's cool about that is that what one of us knows, all of us knows. So since I know that you're cool, every Latino person automatically also knows that. That's why we're so good at baseball.
Now,
Like,
he's actually
we
back
can
in
use-
wrestling
yeah.
right now.
That's
for a
true.
short
And
while.
by
He
the way,
signed
once
in
the first
SmackDown for a
Latino
while.
guy becomes a doctor, we'll all be doctors. I'm still waiting for that.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've
Hang
had
a
a
shingle outside
strategically
the practice
planned.
law, though. We've got a few
I
lawyers.
appreciate that.
Or as we call
Uh,
them, abogados.
Right. Ray Lucard,
Earth to
Krypton,
Krypton.
then there's a red sun and Zod would be powerless.
Well,
yeah, that's
in
true.
in Man of Steel, what we see is the world builders are reworking just the planet. They have no designs on the star.
Yeah, go figure.
Also, like, who would want to turn that off? It's like you could have superpowers or you could be normal. Like, what would Alex Rodriguez do?
What would Jesus
Give me
do?
more.
So-
Like if General Zod were Alex Rodriguez, he'd be like, we're trying to devise a second yellow sun so he can be twice as strong and hit like 140 home runs.
That would work. So
You want
yeah,
another yellow sun?
But the problem with John Cena at the end of Peacemaker season 1, I mean, you essentially saw the old DCU standing there.
Yeah,
At
they're
the
gonna have to
end.
refix
But-
that up. And
By the way, I'll
the-
just point out, they could do everything except fly under their own red sun. Like,
Yeah.
that was a pretty badass fight between scientist Russell Crowe and what was his name? Like Morrissey or whatever his name is, the badass general dude.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, don't mean to interrupt. There's a fourth one that's now been confirmed. Vigilante, aka Freddie Stroma, will be rejoining as well. So there's a fourth one now.
really?
Okay.
Okay. Dark
And by the way, Will Smith definitely on hold right now with that office, trying to get the job as back as what was it? Sure Shot? Deadshot.
Deadshot.
I
Dark
love
Helmet.
Will, but he messed himself up after that incident.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah, he sure
It's
did.
my expired Zima with a white.
Yeah, he
plug.
can't be tough anymore after we saw that slap. It's like imagine watching him beat someone up and everyone in the theater just starts laughing.
Oh,
like
I know.
And I love Will.
I
I'm a
haven't-
huge Will
What I
Smith
mean-
fan for years, but just
He's
Yeah.
in my favorite bad
Yeah.
movie. I love Independence Day. It's like the
Yeah,
greatest schlock movie ever made. It's a million laughs and it's a lot of fun and it's a good time.
Mhm.
And he's ruined that.
Yeah, he has. But I mean, yeah, you're gonna have to retcon probably the end of Peacemaker season 1 if you're gonna go ahead with this. If you're gonna keep John Cena as Peacemaker,
Yeah.
I don't know that. But then again, that brings a whole other series of problems now because of Gunn's Suicide Squad. So are you
Self-deletion squad,
because
self-deletion
every-
squad.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. So
Yeah.
are you going to be keeping Robbie Margot
Robbie.
Robbie as Harley Quinn?
Oh,
Are you
please.
gonna be
She does a
keeping
great
all
Harley.
the-
I
are you
love
gonna be-
Harley.
Are you going to be keeping Polka Dot Man, whatever his name was, and the Rat King and
think
stuff
he-
like that? Because
Polka-
I would love. I mean, I know
Polka
some
Dot
of those guys
Man's
got killed,
dead,
but
but
I would.
Rat Man is alive.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but oh god, I love Polka Dot Man.
That was the
Jeez,
best callback, by the way.
It
That
was.
had me rolling. That
I
had
know
me
he's
roll.
Dusty
dead, but-
Rhodes? The polka dot
His
man?
the death and then subsequent resurrection of one character in Suicide Squad 2, the good one. That was the only way
Yeah.
to put it. Is so
It was so
fucking
good.
funny.
It was.
This
And-
character
and-
is bridged and comes back to life just for our amusement, but it's fucking funny.
It wasn't
It is.
Stallone King Shark. I think he was.
Yes, he was
It's
King
the
Shark,
voice.
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the voice.
Yeah,
He wasn't
the
forced
voice.
to get in there and
I liked
have
it.
the indignity
Because
of
I wanna-
Buzz playing the mocap.
I want to see those guys again.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
So,
it does.
you
It
know,
does say something about how memorable those characters are. But
Yeah.
now here we are talking about how are they going to reshoot it or do this, do that. It's like it does point to how disjointed the entire DCEU is, or the
That's
DC
something
cinematic.
I wanted to
They're
ask.
really all over the map. Like they don't
They
have
are.
a game plan. They don't have an outline.
I'm going to say this right now. And Teague, I know you didn't like the Zack Snyder ones, but I'm sorry. He was on
I didn't
something.
hate them.
He
In
was on
context,
something with
they
Darkseid,
looked
though.
great.
Because I think
The
the
movies
introduction of
look
Darkseid,
great.
which is more powerful than Thanos, would have been brilliant. And the character looked amazing. And
Yeah.
the idea, I was like, oh gosh, he's going to invade, and that's going to be bigger wars than anything Avengers ever done. But we're never going to know. And it's like,
Well,
Yeah, we're never going to get it.
if-
I'm not a terribly big fan of Snyder. There might be like one or two movies of his I've really enjoyed, but
He
Yeah.
buys terrible scripts.
he does.
He buys terrible
But-
scripts and he hires terrible editors who won't stand up to him.
but I
Because
want to
there's a
see
good
that movie
movie,
still.
like
I do
his
too.
Justice
No, I'm
League
gonna admit it.
movie. If it had,
Yeah.
If only Ray Fisher's character had been covered in that Justice League movie, that would have been a better movie than what we ended up with in the other 2.5 hours of that trash.
Well, he was
fire.
the main character. They focus more on him, and
No one gets an origin story in this fucking universe.
Well, yeah.
We just like we had Man of Steel had his origin story, and it was long as fuck, and they still rushed the origin parts. Then we just throw Batman at you, and he's a confusing mess. He's been around for 20 years. The people
Wonder
across the
Woman
river
was
don't know who he
kind of
is.
a mild origin story. which I
Yeah,
liked.
but
Yeah, and I
after,
didn't mind that
after like
whatsoever.
80 years
That
of
was
comic
the
books,
cool-
do we really need more origin stories? Like, do we really need to go over where Superman
but-
came from?
Yeah,
where
it's like
Batman
saying
came
Yeah.
from?
I can go
Exactly.
with Marvel.
Not-
We've
not
already
only
known
that,
Spider-Man's
but-
origin 1,000 times. Like, yeah, we
Yep.
don't need origin
Th-
stories anymore.
That was
Yeah.
the grimmest, most vengeful Batman. They didn't do Batman's origin story. They just that terrible Martha bullshit we got. But that was the
Yeah.
grimmest, most miserably vengeful, evil version of Batman. And then he just
Well,
kind of turns into like
it
this
was.
upbeat
Well,
dude
he's
for the
based
next.
after more the
Yeah.
Frank
He was
Miller version.
killing-
That's fine.
He was indistinct. Yes, Dark Helmet's right. By
Dark
the way,
Helmet, yeah.
no one's ever
stays-
really
no one
gone.
ever-
Unless you're a
Exactly.
Marvel villain and they kill off Marvel villains left and right.
Yeah.
Well, no,
If you're
Rodok
really
is the
into
guy
that.
from Ant-Man
Sure.
1. Rodok
Yeah.
came back again and again.
Well,
that's
Loki, the
true. Oh my
ultimate
God,
Marvel,
Yeah.
and
I
Loki
keep
won.
thinking toward memorable villains that were memorable because they were recurring villains in the comic books, like Thanos, and then you had Ultron. They were always
They
around.
rehabilitated their best villain,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
right?
true.
They rehabilitate their best villain in Loki,
Yeah.
So,
and now
To
he's a
carry
villain
on.
again.
Yeah.
maybe.
So to carry on, this confirms hints Gunn has dropped previously about the fate of DC characters who've already been introduced to filmgoers. In an Instagram post last month, Gunn wrote that Zolo superhero Jamie Reyes will be an amazing part of the DCU going forward. This executive also said that a June episode of the Inside of You podcast that he planned to focus on the second season of
Is that about a colonoscopy?
series. Yeah, probably. Of Cena's Max series Peacemaker, once work on Superman Legacy has been completed. So his remarks follow a tough stretch for DC films, with Shazam, Fury of the Gods, The Flash, Blue Beetle, all having underperformed at the box office, as we all know. And and Aquaman coming on December 20th. So as the final movie of the previous regime. So so they'll keep Blue Beetle. They'll keep Cena's Peacemaker. So
You know what I would do to fix the Superman idea?
what would you do?
Make any other movie except the one we just heard about because it sounds like shit.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah.
Like, how about this?
Yeah.
Make like 3 moderate budget westerns. One of them will make a fortune. Make a crime movie, make a detective story, a western, and like a sci-fi movie that doesn't involve superheroes, and go see what happens. See what happens.
Well, that's true because they're gonna have their detective series with the Green Lanterns. They're gonna have
you know what
that.
the guy.
remember?
But I
It's
have
the
no
guy
trust
who did it.
in Gunn. Like, he keeps lying. Like, it's just
Yeah.
he's talking
Yeah.
shit.
Well, first of all, I
don't know.
want to hear.
Is he lying or is he slipping on ice? Right?
I want to hear from
Little bit of
everybody in the
both.
chat. Like, do you think that these characters should actually stay on in Gunn's new DCU? That's what I want to hear. I want to hear from everybody on Rumble. I want to hear from everybody on YouTube. Like, really, honestly, does Blue Beetle, Amanda Waller, and Peacemaker, should they actually just stay in, or should they have just kept Batfleck, friggin' Gal Gadot as Superman? And
What?
Black
of
Widow.
course,
What's
I
a
mean-
transgender
Wait,
Superman?
as
Oh,
Wonder Woman,
Wonder Woman.
sorry. I meant to say Henry Cavill as Superman, and
Ah,
yeah. Well,
that went horribly wrong.
With the
Yeah.
authority, yeah, it did actually go horribly wrong. Only on this
Talk
show.
about
when
the
we get
author's
in-
intent.
Yes, exactly. So, what do you guys think out there in the chat? I want to hear it. Like, really, does Blue Beetle need to say? Like I said before, I didn't mind the
I
Blue
liked
Beetle
it. I thought
movie.
it was fun.
It was okay.
Yeah.
I
It
haven't
wasn't the
watched it.
greatest, but it wasn't the worst. It was all right.
Okay.
Like,
I like
Penguin's better
that.
than the Flash, that's for sure.
Oh, better
God,
than the
yes.
Flash. Okay, I may make some time to see it just out of morbid curiosity. Then
Yeah. Well, there you go. Red card. Yep. Just Peacemaker.
I don't-
it's like a
I
good
don't care
question
about
to
the other
ask:
two.
is
Yeah.
do these characters I talk about, do they have any traction? Do they have any staying
like-
power? Are they
No.
bringing much
not
to
main
the table?
characters.
Because they're not main A-list character, not even
No.
B-list.
No. They're like.
And like I said, I
don't
like
know.
John Cena. I'm a fan, but I mean, he's not a main. Like, Peacemaker's like who? Like, you know.
They're D-list,
Yeah.
diverse.
To be
That's what
fair,
they are.
right? It's the only thing I guess we could accuse him of right now is he's really late in getting idea one off the ground and into the pipeline. He's
Yeah.
been standing there and I guess he made that Guardians movie, gives him some excuse, but it sort of seems like there's
That's
been
what I
an
was going to
assist.
say.
But doesn't it seem like in
because he
DC,
took a bunch of
like,
unknowns in the Marvel universe, the Guardians of the Galaxy, because they didn't get a lot of traction in the Marvel universe, except maybe when Jim Valentino did it in the early 90s. And they made some appearances here and there, but he basically took a bunch of unknowns in the whole DC universe and he really propped them up. Right?
Yeah, he did. He
So
made
I'll-
that
so I'll
first
give him that.
Guardians really fun.
Yes. And so with this, I mean, maybe he's trying to do the same thing, take a bunch of unknowns in the DC universe and really prop them up. I can see that.
But the timing is bad because of the BS going on. And I'll state this right now. Marvel, we started Iron Man. People thought that whatchamacallit came in to play Iron Man. That's going to be garbage. Now we think of Iron Man, we think of him. He earned that role. Mark Ruffalo, he was a good Hulk.
Well, I mean, Williams, to me,
and then
Iron Man,
we look at Captain America, and the guys earned their roles. Now we had Wonder Woman, Gil. Henry played a great Superman. And then minus, what do you think of the movies? The guys played their characters well and they earned respect in those. Why don't you go with what money making? They made a good amount of money, those films. At least Wonder Woman 1, Man of Steel, the Batman. I mean, they proved themselves as the characters. Why would you reboot that? I don't get it.
I want to salute Ray Lucard for bringing up maybe the best animated character.
Yeah,
the Condiment
King.
The
Batman movie with the Condiment King or great man.
Is Stuart Pankin still with us? Because I mean, it wouldn't be a problem. Just and there's no more chillying a villain than the Condiment King. Is all I have to say. The repartee, the food jokes. The world was never so ready for a villain like the Condiment King.
I liked him in the Lego Batman movie. Condiment King, when he makes an appearance, it was so awesome.
Gunn is coming off so narcissistic. Like, it's not mine. I don't want it. So like, no, how about it works and it's going to
actually. He might be narcissistic. I'm not gonna tell you wrong, but doesn't it also seem like he comes into DC, right? And they're like, jump into this hole in the ground while this blast wave blows over because it's gonna be pretty big. And he's been down there, and it's like he's like, wow. This blast wave is much more sustained than I thought, as one movie after another that was in the pipeline underperforms and explodes. So it's kind of been I wonder, and I'm just trying to give Gunn the benefit of the doubt here and to take a hopeful look at this rather than the usual, like the way I would if this was Star Trek. Maybe the situation just keeps radically changing. It's like you have $300 million, you have $40 million, you have $120 million, you have $300 million. Maybe he might not know what the fuck is going on.
That's probably a good point, because I imagine he's looking at the situation with DC Studios and watching how they are pretty much sabotaging the next Aqua Dude Bro movie, and they're not really putting any advertising into it, so it's probably going to flop just because they're not supporting it.
Yeah.
And it's hard to know what to say, right? Because people getting burned at the stake for not being woke enough. And yet at the same time, you just saw your boss grab a Batgirl movie that was supposedly woke garbage and laugh while he threw it into the wood chipper. And he's like, what, you want to fuck with me? And he's like, no, we have, you know what? We're going to go small. I'm thinking, just give me $100 million and I'll make a Nightwing and Friends movie. I'm going to stay away from big stuff for a while. I don't want to fuck anything up. Please don't kill me. Don't delete me.
Right.
I just don't think he knows.
Yeah, I think he's just riding the wave out, see how things settle down, where the chips fall, and then he'll probably come out with something
take a
real.
look at-
It's just I don't know. I don't know how this is going to play out. I don't think anybody really knows how it's going to play out.
Well, this was its own stock, right?
Yeah.
Let's take a
Yeah.
look. Warner Brothers stock is. Oh my god!
Oh, you look. Is it like Disney stock, Warner Brothers stock?
No, Disney stock is extremely robust by comparison to Warner Brothers stock.
Oh,
wow.
wow.
Oh, that's saying a lot. Because
$11.
Ooh.
Oh my God. A share?
Yeah,
Really? Oh,
that's
Because last I
Yeah.
looked, Disney stock was around $70, like 75, maybe $77 a share, and it was still going downwards.
Wow.
So this
Well,
could be like a race to the bottom. Like who can race
Hey
to
guys,
the
by the
bottom?
way, here's a surprise for you. I don't know if anyone knew this or not, but Warner Brothers does not pay a dividend either. Shocker.
no.
Huh.
Teague,
Man, gee, what do I buy?
Okay. On
Should
that.
I buy
and
35 shares?
we got. Hold on a second here. We got a new person here in the chat. Chad Bailey from New
Ah.
Hampshire.
Hello.
Hey,
Hi.
welcome to you. Oh, and we got Killer
Hello.
Rabbit that showed up. How's it going?
Hey,
Hey,
Killer Rabbit.
Hello.
and we got
What-
Lost
like-
Wanderer that just popped in.
Hello,
Awesome.
more.
So, there we go. Just
So
in
what-
time, very soon for a commercial. And like I tell everybody,
Well,
stay
champagne.
tuned near the end of the show because we're going to have something funny here going on, as we normally do. Yeah. So you know what? Here, I'm going to pop this up on the screen right now because, Warner Brothers share.
By
Almost
the way, you can
$11.
have
$10. $10.90.
Wow.
or another way of putting it
Ooh.
would be 5
Wow.
shares of Coca-Cola. And Coca-Cola just dropped 7 cents while I was watching. Buy Coca-Cola at $56. No, don't do that.
No,
We
no.
don't give stock.
No, we don't
No.
care about Coca-Cola. Forget it. That's
I'm
that's
just
us
for
removing.
comparison. That's a stock
No,
that pays a
exactly.
dividend. Although at 2 p.m. this afternoon it was way
um,
down.
Yeah, well, there you go. Yeah, of course you get noticed. Everybody gets noticed there, Dad. So welcome to you. Glad that
Wow,
you're
it's
here.
fluctating already in front of
So,
our eyes.
Wow, that's
yeah,
dropped.
yeah.
That's the stock dropped
know, right?
20 cents in the time we were talking.
Oh, yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Fuck, it's us.
There we go.
It's
It's
us.
us. We're
Warner
talking
Brothers,
it down.
send us
We're
a-
talking it down.
We know you, Warner. We know
We're
you don't
coming
have a
for
lot
you,
of money,
Warner.
but if you give us $100 grand, we'll start. You know what?
Yeah,
Warner
let's keep on
Brothers is
talking.
okay.
Bring
There
it
we
down
go.
and we'll buy, and then
What?
yeah.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Like, they already
exactly.
sold.
Well,
They sold the
there we go.
CW
It went
for
down.
a buck.
It went down.
Look
Went
at that.
down again.
Nerds.
Wow.
We did.
Keep going. Keep
Guys,
going.
you
Nerds
shouldn't
we
give
go.
a
everywhere.
We're down.
Buy
More.
Warner.
Oh, wait.
Look at that. Ah.
What? You know what? We should be doing this actually with Disney. We'll probably end up like
It's like what-
Nobody
It's
wants
like
to
watching-
Mandalore. Nobody
it's-
wants
it-
Mandalore.
So
It's like watching a one-shot. It's like watching a 55-year-old stripper. Like watching the stock, it drops. It's down to $10.88. It was at 11:23 when we started this conversation. You can
there
look
we
at the
go.
time
As
codes.
we're talking, we're making it happen. There we go.
Yes.
Chad, yeah, stock markets to take middle class for a
Quick,
ride.
let's go
Exactly,
to
dude.
Disney.
Exactly. You are 100% correct.
Let's
Yep.
quick. Let's go to
JRC 99.
Disney.
You know, we
Well,
can,
thank
if you guys send us some money, we can talk about the.
male Pee Wee Big Adventure 2. Exactly.
Yeah, if they give us
Let's
money,
make
we'll
it-
talk
no,
about the
you know what?
condiment.
I want to bring Disney stock down to at least this. Yeah.
Yes.
But let's.
So,
You know what? If Warner Brothers
But,
gives us
okay,
20 grand
so
right now,
the
we'll go
point
back
being-
to talk about the Condiment King, and it'll go back up.
It keeps lowering. Yeah.
yeah, exactly right. Because oh my God, Lost Wanderer. I can purchase 3 moms behind the Circle K or 1 stock of WB. I'll take the moms, please. Oh, sweet.
It's
Mammy
messed
Jammy.
up that like
So, I'm
it's
loving
not
this.
even a 6-pack of Stella.
Wow. Yeah, we should just broadcast of.
$10 worth of beer.
No, it isn't really. So
Wow.
I
I'm
pay more
glad
for
to know
Chinese
that
food, like,
I can have a drinking habit more expensive than Warner Brothers.
You
Yeah,
can get drunk on
exactly,
vanilla
right?
extract for that kind of
So,
money, I guess. Mouthwash,
know,
maybe.
right?
I don't know. Fucking crazy.
Probably. Yeah, well,
This
what
is
do
a
we-
bit.
what do we do,
The
okay,
stock
just-
is worth $10.85,
Just
which is in a way of saying like almost 11 sales of the CW. Right? Didn't they sell that
There
for
we go.
$1?
Yep.
These people are not doing the best job.
Yep.
Call me crazy.
No. So yeah. Oh wow. Ooh, whoa. That's just fluctuating like crazy. So yeah, Disney at $81 a share.
Ooh.
So wow. There we go. Yeah.
They
yeah,
probably have the pumps on
it's
full
live,
strength
baby.
just to keep it above. They're trying to stay out of the 70s, man. Polyester will be back in Disney if they drop just
Exactly.
a few cents. They are
That's
barely
right.
out of the 70s.
So
Let's test something. Captain Marvel was amazing.
So Warner Brothers. Yeah. yeah.
Right?
There we go.
Foggy Brains is committing corporate extortion on the air.
Gosh, yes.
I just want to say to the Security Exchange Commission, the name is Admiral Teague, Teag. I live right near the United Nations.
And again, you can meet me behind the dumpster near LaGuardia for $300,000 to prop up your shows.
I will only surrender myself to Homeland Security or Interpol.
That's right. So the point being with Gunn, just keeping like those three characters. Well, no, actually, apparently four, because as Foggy Brains just found out, they're going to be
Vigilante.
around. That's right. So I mean, at $10 a share for Warner Brothers, I don't think a lot of people have very much hope. This is doing worse than Disney.
But does Gunn have the right to openly carry these ideas around, making them look worse? Yeah. Maybe he should get a concealed carry for that gun, because every time you bring it out in public, it just doesn't seem to. Brandishing James Gunn's words does not seem to help your stock. Look at it. My God.
That's true.
That's true.
It's worth 1/8 what this garbage is worth.
I mean, this
JRC, just watch Bedknobs and Broomsticks again. Can't believe this is the same company. No, you're right, man.
Exactly. I can't believe the same company that brought us Tron and so many others.
Yes.
Can you believe that hot woman in Bedknobs and Broomsticks is Murder, She Wrote? Did you know that, JRC? Did you feel weird now about the feelings you had watching that movie, because she's kind of hot in it?
Miss Lansbury.
God.
She's kind of hot in a few movies. She was she's in The Court Jester with Danny Kaye, and she's really good looking.
Actually, you should watch. There's Found Footage Fest. They released a video. She did a massage video. She's in the tub and she's trying to look all sensual when she's older. It's like, she doesn't
I've
care.
seen that. I've seen that, and her boob is floating, because it's she has total 80s boob job, and
but
she's
she doesn't
talking
care.
about her.
She's like, whatever.
Does she talk about her life when in Hollywood was a drag, so she moved to Ireland and took less roles? That's the whole talk, right? I've seen that spiel. Yeah, she's like, my kids were on drugs, so what I did was I moved to Ireland to get them away from substance abuse. I'm like, well, they're all alcoholics now. Good work. At least they're off the drugs now. She was cool in that video. She was basically female Tony Montana, though. It was very weird. I'd seen that video he's talking about. She's in the bathtub, her boob is floating, and she's just pontificating, and she might be a little drunk. It was interesting, though. She was cool.
It was. So anyway, now that we get a good laugh behind Warner Brothers' expense and Disney's as well, which is
I think their CEOs did that to their stock. They gave us a lot of ammunition with that stock price. Oh my God. No joke we make could be as cheap as Warner Brothers stock.
You guys saw it live, so how that was fluctuating like crazy. So Warner Brothers and Disney.
I'm buying Omega Mart stock before I buy stock in Warner Brothers.
That's true. Oh my God.
These people own Batman. One issue of Batman sells for $20. If you get the hardbound issue 1 or some kind of compendium, is worth more than their whole company's stock. Stock. One share that. I mean, wow. And that's just an invitation to lose more money anyway. We saw it go down 25 cents in a 5-minute talk. It's a trash fire.
Lost Wanderer says, I'm sure I can make a cheap joke about Warner Brothers stock. I have faith in myself.
I don't you know what? You could probably make that joke, Lost Wanderer, but then their stock would outperform your joke, and you'd have to write an even funnier one. So you don't want to get into that infinite. If you've seen anime, you know what I mean. It's infinite escalation.
Yep. Okay,
we're
pretty much at the 1 hour mark. We're just going to take a brief commercial break here.
Commercial break time.
Jessica Fletcher, Just Young Paddle, good one,
トール
Killer
さんが
Rabbit.
避ける組咲いてる時の顔が好き。
そう
もっと長く見てたいな。
Long, long,
Yeah, if that wasn't suggested whatsoever, then
No.
That may even be a real commercial from South Korea. They're that strange.
oh no, that's a real Japanese commercial. I'll tell
Yeah,
you.
that's real.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah, I believe it. Yep. Jet, are you sure it's Japan and not South Korea?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no,
not
it's
sure.
Japan. Lost Wonder. Yeah, Long Long Man was.
Did
my
you see
favorite.
Godzilla? How are you
Maybe not.
sure? Can you read their language?
Yes, I can. So, well, partially.
Long, long
So-
man.
Yeah, you're going to be seeing more of that. So you're going to have to stay tuned every week to watch the penultimate conclusion. So, God. Ooh, stay tuned. Stay tuned.
By the way, hey, Mike, are you an Edmonton Elks fan?
No.
No, because soon
Yeah.
you're going to have Zach Wilson for the New York Jets is rumored to be headed there from the NFL. They want him just the fuck out of here.
Oh,
I think
really?
for his own safety and for the safety of everyone at the stadium, they need to get him out of New York. Yeah.
We
Wait,
will take
Edmonton
your
Elks?
your
Is that the name of the
boys
team now?
to
No, the New York Jets. Well, that's their CFL team, I believe, is the
Wait, I
Edmonton
thought they
Elks.
used to be the Edmonton Eskimos, or were they not?
And first of all, it's incorrect because it's a singular. When you say there are many elks, you say there's a bunch
Well,
of elk
yeah.
there. So
There you go.
they shouldn't even be called the Elks. You goddamn Canadians with your metric spelling.
I know.
They actually slowed
We're sorry.
down and turned on by a guy with a long object in his mouth. Yes. Yes, he was. She was. Yeah. Go figure. So
And it caused that piece of gum to drop past all her like girly parts. And I enjoyed the descent of that piece of gum past her bubblegum pink sweater as it landed in her lap. As Picard would say, of course I've seen it all.
there we go. Chad Bailey, my wife's a screamer in bed. I walk in, she screams. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Like a
Okay.
Rodney Dangerfield joke there.
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly right. So going on to comics, and of course we know that the Marvels is coming up soon. Don't worry, we're not going to be reading anything about the Marvels, so I'm going to spare you that. Thank God.
Well, I skipped the part where you learn how to read, so I don't have to worry about that.
Well, there we go. So we don't have to worry about
I'm-
Brie Larson's feet or anything like that. So I'm not gonna
Oh,
do
God.
that to you guys on a Friday. So, but this going on because, of course, now that because a few years ago, Disney bought Fox. What was it back in 2018, 2019? Bought Fox for
Yeah, they're still trying to close
$1.3 billion.
It's the longest engagement in history. They just can't get a wedding date down, right? It keeps
Yeah,
moving.
exactly. So as they're going to be obviously merging with Deadpool 3 coming out, as we saw previously in a previous show, this is going on. So this article from Bounding in the Comic. Rumor. After Avengers Secret Wars gives the MCU a soft reboot, a new iteration will take inspiration from all new, all different Marvel. Ooh.
Wait, we're booting again?
Yes.
We've been booting since 20. Like when was Infinity War?
That was like what? 5
The
years
first
ago?
one, not Endgame, but Infinity War. When was Infinity War?
4 or 5 years ago.
All right,
think
so
it was
we've
something
been
like that,
we have not been able. The foot has been on the other shoe the whole time, so to speak. As I mix my metaphors here, but we have been trying to boot this fucking phase, and then we even changed phase names, but we didn't change our storytelling lack of outlook. And we're gonna reboot again. I mean, we need a different term at this point. We have been failing. Like this software just will not take hold.
Okay.
Yeah, in comic book terms, this is like coming out with a new number one. It's like everybody gets excited because it's like, ooh, look, it's the first issue of something. We have to go buy it. And then
Yeah.
issue
What do you-
2 or 3 rolls around and they see what kind of crap it is, and the sales drop off, and that series dies. And a little later on, somebody comes in, they restart the series again with a new number one,
Exactly.
and
Because,
it's
why not?
the same thing.
Yep.
What?
Let's
What-
see. Chat
what are they-
Crystal, I listen to your stock advice. I can be rich. Yes, you can.
No.
Rich like
I would just say this.
No.
What is there left? What is there left to boot to? We booted
Well-
away from the people we knew to
Yep.
people that that we also knew who suck. Like,
Yep.
what do we do now? Do we boot back? It's like we have a radical new vision. Ready for this
Yep.
one, guys?
Here we go.
Here we go. Sit down. Sit down. Tony Stark is Iron Man. What the holy shit?
Oh my
You
God!
know,
No,
because I
According
was
to
just
the
getting
latest
used to Riri
whispers-
Williams.
according to the latest whispers on the street, the upcoming Avengers Secret War will not only take direct inspiration from its comic book source, which I doubt very much, material, and reboot the Marvel Cinematic Universe with a multiversal cameo-filled crossover. But likewise, it will follow up with an all-new, all-different iteration. Oh, gee, who didn't see that coming? Wow.
You know, they
Because
can't do
multiverse.
they can't do the Secret War, because the Secret War was where the origin of Venom symbiote came from, if I remember right, where Peter Parker's Spider-Man costume got damaged, so he had to get a new costume.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
You're
that's
correct
right.
on
Yeah.
that one.
Yeah.
And they kill off a couple of not so great, not so well selling superheroes too. Like we're
Exactly.
talking like 1982. That's a
Right.
good long fucking time ago.
Oh, yes.
And if
So-
they go by source material, that'll be a first.
Yeah, that'll be amazing, wouldn't it? So
They're
this
gonna boot them all
supposed
into females. I tell
new
you.
direction of the MCU was first brought to public attention on September 21st, courtesy of noted scooper. Can we get some toast? Retweeting fellow scooper, My Time to Shine, hello. September 12th claimed that Deadpool 3 will see the title hero embark on a quest to find the perfect Wolverine throughout the multiverse. Whereupon, after encouraging numerous variants played by different actors, he ultimately concludes that Hugh Jackman cannot be recast. Can we get some toast added? Yes, Hugh Jackman won't be recast until after Avengers Secret War. So, there's the post that he made from
But that's what
on Twitter.
I heard them say that about
So-
Hugh Gray Scott one time too. So I mean, what's it mean?
Sure. So, so the post reads, yes, Hugh Jackman won't be recast until after Avengers Secret War. Feige is making Secret Wars the send-off to not only the current MCU, but all the Marvel movies that came before Iron Man.
Wow.
It's the ultimate soft reboot to make way for something all new and all different. Oh boy. Well, how many times have we heard all new and all different, like it's supposed to be a good thing, only to end up like, I don't know,
And by
like a
the
big
time
giant
they-
pile of
yeah.
heaping, steaming bowl of dog feces? I don't know. So,
By the time they get around to all this, Hugh Jackman will be near retirement age.
oh, yeah, that's right. Because I thought he already retired for being,
Yeah.
Wolverine again.
Oh, and don't
I
forget,
want-
by the way, and Deadpool, Storm, Jean Grey, and Cyclops from the original X-Men will be making an appearance as well, as along also with Magneto and Professor X, maybe. So the originals
Yeah.
from the original ones might be making an appearance in Deadpool.
More than likely.
You know,
yeah.
I have heard that the new Wolverine is none other than Lizzo.
Oh, surprise!
Yeah, that'll work. I can see that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, that looks awesome. He's got the old outfit. Like, come on, like
That's just
I'm looking-
great.
I'm looking forward
Yeah.
to this.
Yeah, no, I totally 100% agree. So, I mean, that does look finally, we're getting the yellow costume,
It took
After 20 years or 30
Yes.
They
years. or
hinted
whatever.
at it at the last
Exactly.
Wolverine film, though. Remember at the end?
Yeah.
At the extra. They
Yes,
hinted
they
at
did.
it.
Why do I feel
Yeah.
like there's some story behind this where like it's kind of like King of the Hill, like they stole the suits from a museum and they're doing like some kind of walk of shame?
Yeah.
Not
Last
like we see
Wanderer,
them
I thought
fighting
Lizzo was
crime.
playing Ego the Planet.
No.
Cybertron. It's playing Cybertron.
Yeah. I can think of other
Lizzo.
things. Galactus.
You know what's weird is that
So-
if you release food within a few feet of her, her gravitational field pulls it towards her mouth. I heard.
So it's like Kirby.
Oh.
So
Like that, I want to hear that line in like a Disney movie. It's like, I've got to turn on the engines now, or we won't escape Lizzo's gravitational pull.
Poyo. No. So God. That's what I want to hear.
Taking things a terrible direction. I'm sorry.
Kirby,
My fellow
Kirby,
Americans,
Kirby,
this
Kirby,
day
the
brings
show.
terrible news.
Oh, God. Okay. So Feige is making Secret Wars the send-off to not only the current MCU, but all the Marvel movies that came before Iron Man. Explain, can we get some toast before seemingly confirming the worst fears of many a Marvel Comics reader? Yeah, because...
Kill the past. Burn it if you have
Exactly.
to.
Yeah.
That'll work
That's
out.
right.
That worked out great last time someone tried that.
Oh, it did. It did. So
They
it's
can't
the
look next door
ultimate...
at their own company.
It's the ultimate soft reboot, said the scooper, apparently indicating that the MCU's original The Ultimates inspiration, which originally that's what they were going for in the beginning of the whole MCU, was the Ultimates verse of sorts. Damn train.
Isn't
Inspiration.
the ultimate soft reboot have to involve Viagra?
Well, at least for Cap. So
Right.
yeah. When you're over 70 like that, yeah. So
He's like 120, right?
I know he's awfully spry for a guy that.
Viral man.
No, when we see Cap at the end, when we see Cap at the end of the end of Endgame, right?
Yep.
He's like 5 or 6 years younger than Biden. He's like 115 or something like that, right? Honestly, because he's lived from 1930 to 2015 twice,
and he still has
so
faculties quite well there. So
yeah.
Well,
I
I
would have
mean,
expected him to, dissolve
you-
into powder, just like in Indiana Jones 3, Quest for the Holy Grail with, Buddy New Yorker there
I
that
just wanna-
essentially took the step from the wrong goblet.
As a New Yorker, I say fuck you for allowing 9/11. What did you prevent that was worse than that, Cap? I mean, I think we need to know where you were on that day.
Exactly. Chad says,
stop
what
that.
about Marvel transgender characters? So
There are none.
yes, we gotta. Oh no, don't forget Super Trans. So because you gotta include them in there, of course.
Super
So
Trans.
so the ultimate soft reboot. Apparently indicating that the Marvel's MCU, the MCU's original, the Ultimates inspiration, would soon be swapped out for stories based on Marvel Comics' more recent post-2014 books to make way for something new and all different. Oh, there we go.
I read this as that we are never going to get a good comic book accurate Fantastic Four.
No,
Why do I
not.
always every
No,
time
we're
I
not.
see a Disney movie or Fantastic Four or any comic book movie announcement, the press goes like an ironic version of Fran Drescher, like smell the glove, and they're like, so, I don't understand. What do you think it's offensive? It's like
Exactly.
they just don't get it. Like,
darn, that means I won't
what
see
are they
World Breaker
not
Hulk. That was
getting?
2007.
Yeah.
There's not a lot
Breaker
of
Hulk.
hope.
So, returning to the rumor mill on September 25th, My Time to Shine Hello shared a heavily photoshopped Avengers Secret War fan poster, itself featuring nearly every pre-MCU live-action depiction of a Marvel superhero to their personal Twitter account and declared, this is what Secret Wars is going to be like, okay? And I'm going to show you here in a second. The Marvel heroes featured on the poster and possibly the final film, okay? Because remember, everything pre Iron Man, okay? A complete roster of 20th Century Fox Fantastic Four, including Joan Gruffield's Mr. Fantastic, Jessica Alba's Invisible Woman, Michael Chiklis the thing I pronounced that wrong. I know I did. Chris Evans, the Human Torch, no doubt a cameo that will result in some sort of reference to his role as Captain America, as well as Doug Jones's Silver Surfer. And if that's the case, well, maybe we're going to get you-know-who voicing the Silver Surfer again. Freaking, God, Morpheus. What's his face?
Jeremy Piven.
No. Fishburne. Yes.
Oh, Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, exactly. Thomas Jane's 2004 version of the
I love
Punisher.
that version of the Punisher.
Yeah,
by the
that
way.
was a
That
That
was
was
a
a really
good
good
movie.
movie.
Oh
Yep.
yeah.
That was a
Ben,
good fucking
Ben
movie.
Affleck and Jennifer Garner's respective takes on Daredevil and Elektra. Nicolas Cage's Ghost Rider. I didn't mind that too bad.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, Nicolas Cage is basically always over the top, but I didn't mind his Ghost Rider. Various
believe you
members
called
of
Nicolas
Fox's
Cage over the top.
X-Men's various members of Fox's X-Men series, including Halle Berry Storm, Annika Paquin's Rogue, Ryan Reynolds Deadpool, Famke Jensen's Fully Phoenix Power Jean Grey, Patrick Stewart's Professor X, Sir Ian McKellen's Magneto, Hugh Jackman's Wolverine, some version of Nightcrawler and a Cyclops, obstinately portrayed by either James Marsden or Ty Sheridan, the mutant leader's signature visor, making it hard to tell exactly which. Sony's Spider Crew, including Alfred Molina's Dr. Octopus, Tom Hardy's Venom, and both Andrew Garfield and Tobey Maguire's version of the wall crawler as well. Both Eric Bana and Lou Ferrigno's portrayal of the Hulk, Wesley
That'd be
Snipes' Blade. They should have included 70s Spider-Man too. That would have been awesome. So, because for everybody that's old enough to remember that, they should have included that too. They never include that.
No, they
And
never
Captain
did.
Japanese
America
Spider-Man. Where is my
1980.
Japanese Spider-Man with the big giant friggin' mecha? I want to see that
That's
too.
right.
Like they were
Wesley's-
my Indian Spider-Man, Bollywood. There's one
Yes,
version there.
the
too.
that
Yeah.
too. Wesley
The
Snipes'
1981
Blade.
fucking Captain America show.
Yep. Wesley Snipes' Blade, the animated Spider-Verse versions of Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen portrayed by Shemek Moore and Hallie Steinfeld, Peter Hooton's Doctor Strange as seen in the Sorcerer Supreme's 1978 CBS-produced television film. If anybody doesn't remember that was like a long time
That
ago.
was a
And
long
that's
time
the
ago.
other reason why I said 70 Spider-Man as well. They should have included that. And finally, Toei Kotatsu's interpretation of Spider-Man. Oh, there we go. Yeah, interpretation of
You
Spider-Man.
know, there's a name they've left off this list.
Yes.
David Hasselhoff as Colonel Nick Fury.
Yes. Yes. So there you go. There is that poster. Yeah. I would have loved to have seen that. Damn. Yeah.
Come on, bring back the Hoff
Oh.
as Nick Fury.
There we go. Yeah, Lost Wonder. Just once. I would have I'd love to see a screen accurate Rogan Gambit. Well, you know what? Here's the funny thing.
It
because
looked promising
before-
in the first X-Men, but then
It does.
just never comes to fruition.
Nope.
Mm.
Yeah.
It looked promising for a minute there.
Teletubbies would be the faux Chad, I'm sure of it. So, yeah. But here's the thing, Lost Wanderer. Apparently, right before Disney bought Fox for $71.3 billion. Here's the thing, okay? Because Deadpool 2 was pretty much like one of the last movies that Fox released, okay? And at that time, there was talks of X-Force getting a kind of a spin-off off of the Deadpool, franchise, so to speak.
Oh,
The whole
goodness.
X.
We're
Yeah,
really
I
gonna
know.
get a movie about a comic book property I only know about because their creator did an Untuck It commercial.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But here was the other
So
thing. They were in the talks.
You buy
of
shirts
also-
to show off your dick.
Yeah. There were also the talks of bringing back, what was it? Chad Tatum as Gambit. Channing Tatum as Gambit. They were thinking about doing a solo Gambit movie, kind
I
of
heard about
in
that, yeah.
yeah, but they were going to do it in such a way it was kind of be like an Ocean's 11 kind of heist mutant story that they were going to be playing around with. But unfortunately, that got axed because Disney bought Fox.
Mhm.
So yeah, that was the thing.
Well,
So-
they essentially bought Fox, but it looks like, I guess, if they can't close this deal soon, something along the lines of some sort of arbitrating judge or something is going to, some kind of legal body or court is going to step in and say, you can't close this deal. You got to hive off this Hulu thing, which would, by the way,
Right,
save a
That's
lot of shows from being suckified.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's the thing. I thought they already did basically back when Trump was in charge. Like, there was some.
They made their deal, but they can't
Yeah.
deliver on like the amount of like sheer bullion that has to change hands and other stuff.
Yeah, because
true,
they're trying,
true.
they're struggling to get the money. They're trying to sell off bits and pieces to get.
Disney
the
was
Hulu
counting
deal.
on their stock only dropping like a rock. Instead, they added rocket power to that dropping
Right.
rock, and now they're like, it's like they're arguably like Hulu could turn around and be like, you know what, fuck you. We had a company picnic. We sold a couple of kegs of beer. We're buying you.
Yeah, it's
just sell it to Comcast.
Yeah, I was
I'm
about
sure
to say
they'll
it's
buy.
Comcast. Comcast still owns like 33% of Hulu. They're the holdouts for Disney to.
They could buy Disney
out.
and they would just change their name to Communist Cast. Fucking commies.
Yeah.
Oh man. So
No.
so that was the poster. So in an apparent confirmation of this multiversal overload, Can We Get Some Toast retweeted the fan poster and asserted, pretty much, although some of those Foxverse Marvel characters won't be making it out of Deadpool 3. Oh, is that a little bit of a hint? It's just missing Tom Holland Spider-Man as the lead of Avengers Secret War. They further clarified Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man will appear, but he won't be a lead. Well, that's kind of interesting. So then who's going to be the lead Spider-Man? That's a good question, because I've been hearing talks that they're bringing him back.
Yeah.
Garfield's performance was so good.
Yeah.
Garfield's performance was so fucking good that I would accept him as the lead Spider-Man, as long as Tobey Maguire had like an almost Obi-Wan mentoring role. And I mean Obi-Wan when Obi-Wan made fucking sense, not this fucking Obi-Wan.
Exactly. And hail to Carla Bertha that just showed up in the nick of time.
Well, I thought
Hail
they did a
Carla
good job in the
Bertha.
last Spider-Man movie with all three of them. I think they did a really good. That was impressive.
Yeah, I think
They
did a pretty good
managed
job.
all three of them well, but if somebody
Yeah.
could be said to have stolen the show, it might be. It's possible.
Yeah.
It's possible that that Andrew Garfield was a standout among the Spider-Man.
I'll be honest,
He
he's one of my
was-
favorites of the three. He's always been one of my favorites
mm.
for playing Peter and Spider-Man together for equaling. I think he did.
Mhm.
I liked his version. It just, I don't know. They all did a great job. I'm a fan of all three, but I just liked him the best for the equate from Peter to Spidey. I think he did both perfectly.
Yeah.
I don't.
think it's
Well,
always
the
gonna
thing
be
is,
Tobey
there's
Maguire's. I think he did an excellent job way back when with Sam Raimi, because that was like
Yeah.
a great iteration of it.
Oh, I love them all.
Yeah.
Me too.
seeing those
Yeah.
movies in theaters was exciting, and I remember something a lot of us might not. But does anyone remember the first trailer with the sequence that had to be cut from the movie that had the movie delayed 3
Twin
months?
Towers.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still got that clip somewhere saved on my computer. Actually, it's hard to
Really?
find.
I'm-
Yeah.
I'm not. He spins a web between the towers to catch. It was like it was
Helicopter.
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 Yeah,
Yep.
the sequence honestly was so hokey. I think it gets replaced maybe maybe that's why we get the scene with the Roosevelt Island tram. By the way, they didn't invent like a tram. That's really what they used.
Yeah.
That tram where he's like, suffer the little children. That's like real. That was like to scale and approximately more or less what it looked like in the year 2000 at that point in New York City. They did a good job with that. People, and the one thing I will say about the Raimi movies, no one else ever manages to pull this off. Metropolis, morons, Gotham, retards, New York City, Spider-Man people, they like start fighting back against Green Goblin. They're throwing garbage at him. They're
That's
fucking
right.
heckling at him. Like if New Yorkers will boo like a millionaire, a millionaire, or even a billionaire owner who comes out to accept, like, but sometimes when a New York team wins, like after a long time, and their owner comes out to accept the trophy, if the team still sucks up to the win, he'll get booed anyway, accepting the championship trophy.
Yeah,
they would absolutely boo the Green Goblin.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, I got to interject here because let's see. I want to say hi to Tree Rock Creations over on Rumble as well, because obviously, while we're using StreamYard, we can't exactly see all the chats over on Rumble. So I want to say hi to Tree Rock Creations, and he asks, "What if Hugh Jackman scans his face to a digital file and he plays Wolverine forever? He won't need to retire if his voice and face is digitized."
Actually, I think that's part of the laws are against in that thing they signed. They don't want that. I think that's a big part of the AI thing. They're not allowed. Yeah.
Some of them don't. So
that's a big thing in that deal. I think that was one of the things they signed.
I guarantee you that we will find out. I guarantee you we'll still find out the answer to that question. I don't care what they say. Someone's going to win a case that their likeness is their likeness. It'll be someone like Sam Jones to be in Ted 3.
Yeah. Exactly.
And these things always happen in the most unlikely way, but no, but I mean, come on.
They can do whatever they want to it after that.
Let's be realistic here. The only people who don't own their images are people who committed crimes or who are wanted for crimes. Everyone else owns their own image.
Sure.
I mean, yes, like if you do something, we can put your image everywhere, but I can't like say, and I go, why would I do this to myself? But I can't launch like a new clothing line and like be like Comic Relief Crusader endorses, like downtown New York clothing or whatever, but I'm just saying, like, I can't do that. Like we own our image.
Sure.
We can't start a Chris Evans clothing line.
Nobody buy it. Interestingly, the best supporting evidence of the MCU's supposed plans to begin taking inspiration from Marvel Comics' widely panned all new publishing initiative come not from other rumors, but from the cinematic endeavor's recent entries themselves. Jane Foster's Thor, Ironheart, Sam Wilson's Falcon Cap, Kamala Khan's Miss Marvel, a primarily heroic Loki. All these heroes were produced during this line-wide attempt by Marvel Comics to diversify their reader
great
base.
Job you fucking did of it.
And all have made their debut in the mere 4 years since the original MCU Avengers had either died or hung up their tights at the end of Avengers Endgame. Oh boy!
Wait, so what you're saying that what I called success is actually failure, and what I thought was failure is actually success? Okay, gotcha, guys. That makes perfect sense.
Oh
Thanks
yeah,
for clearing that up. Yeah,
it does.
Makes
it
perfect
does.
Sense to me.
Yeah. Why not the big? Why don't you think that there's a big push for making Miles Morales, Spider-Man? Or Spider-Gwen at that point, of course, because they are the new Spider-Man.
I say we skip ahead to Spider-Man 2099. He's a different dude in a different time with like a different bunch of friends in his life. But he was different enough. Like, why do we have to go with this fucking Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 2099 is also Latino, by the way.
Yep.
Yeah. Chad Bailey, fun fact, anytime Biden talks and not sounding confusing, AI generated. That I would believe.
I can believe.
I mean, if not for Biden being there to hold George Washington's maps, we may never have pulled off that crossing of the Delaware. So I mean, I'm not going to talk bad about one of the founding fathers of the United States. I mean, if you look at the back of, I believe it's the $2 bill where they have the sign of the Declaration of Independence, you can see like a middle-aged Biden off to the side.
Ah, that's true. Right. He's that old.
Yeah, he's older. Well, he's talking to Benjamin Franklin, who's a little younger than him. But yeah,
right.
At that point,
I should have caught that. Yeah. So
they said the founding father to be president was Madison, but Biden proved them wrong.
Yeah. So combine this changing MCU roster with the fact that most of these new versions of Marvel's classic characters belong to Disney themselves rather than Marvel or any individual creator. And it ultimately would come to no surprise that Marvel Studios would choose to ignore their declining quality and instead of focus on milking their own products for all they're worth. Yeah. True. Because
look
it's
at that
the diverse
lineup
that matters.
Yeah. I just look at that lineup and see characters I really don't care about.
Yeah.
I don't.
Lady Thor.
Nobody.
Yeah, Lady
You know what?
Thor, Miss Stretchy
Yeah.
Hands, Miles Morales.
Yep.
May I say unambiguously to back up my other panels here? Nobody cares. Nobody cares.
No.
Yeah. You've killed it. And you've shot it. I don't know how many times at this point. You've beaten it.
You know what? I take that back. We care enough to turn away in horror and start to slowly walk back to our homes. Like the gaping crowd is dispersing. We've seen enough horror.
Yeah.
One of the biggest mistakes right there, and I'll picture in this, and I've mentioned it before, female Thor, they had her taken over. And Jane Foster, yada, yada, all that. Why didn't they use the property they bought, connected with Thor and Odin, Angela from Todd McFarlane? She became Marvel. She's a powerful female, awesome, kick-ass character, but yet they didn't focus on her. They bring in a female
Yeah,
Thor.
that's
that
true.
was the stupidest
I
thing
think
I've ever
that
thought.
they don't, because Todd McFarlane has been at it long enough to probably outright own his own characters. I bet you that's not part of the deal.
Oh no,
Probably.
they have it. They actually did comic books with her, and like Marvel officially owns her rights now, so they could have easily brought her in.
He may
somehow.
have sold it over, or it's possible they lease her. You know what I mean? Like he'll take your money. Todd McFarlane is nothing.
She's owned by Marvel now.
Money.
She's like the daughter of Odin.
Oh, yeah.
The lost long daughter of Odin. They kept her backstory though of being thought she was an angel. They didn't change her backstory, which I liked.
This is the daughter. If I thought the daughter of Odin was Freya, but hey, what the hell? It's Marvel.
Well, the real one, yes.
He may have had several daughters. I don't know. I'm not good with that. I got like. I was like a lot like these modern Marvel writers. I got really bored in the middle of Power of Myth. I'm like, this doesn't really make sense to me.
No. Killer Rabbit, MCU, the new Walking Dead. Exactly. Lost Wonder says, Beta Ray Bill, give me that version.
We will never get that. We will never. No. There's so much property that in the old Marvel comics, decades and decades of characters and good storylines, we will never see.
We are fast forwarding away from them so we can give you Ironheart, Riri Williams.
That's right. Because on top of that,
there we go.
Fantastic Four film, like we mentioned before, like a few, what was it, at least a couple of months ago? Because when we were starting to hear about the Fantastic Four movie coming out slowly but surely,
hey guys,
it was totally going to be led by Sue, and now here comes the rumor.
If we're teasing Fantastic Four, does that mean that this segment is Fantastic Foreplay?
Yes, it is. So, yeah.
Okay, let's go. Fantastic Foreplay.
Marfools.
That's actually what happens when you see the movie. You don't like barf, you marf. It's like the Marvel like barfing, like where you're almost able to hold it in.
It's kind of like a burp. It's like a half vomit, half burp kind of thing.
Yeah, something happens physically, like during the movies. Now you're like,
that's right. So Marvel's Fantastic Four film to be Sue Storm centric. Reed Richards so poorly depicted that some actors even pass on playing the role.
Wow!
Oh, damn! Because how many people have we heard already?
Can I just say something? John Krasinski has a cell phone, and we saw what happened to him on the screen. Yeah. He is like, and I think that if that had happened to him 3 or 4 years earlier in the Marvel thing, he would have been fucking finished. So they showed themselves to be like irresponsible players in Hollywood. I don't know how much top flight talent really wants to get into bed that deep with them anymore. They're showing deep irresponsibility.
Even before
that
you
was
get
not
good. I'm taking it basically he's going to be poor white boy, and that's what he's going to be portrayed as. And I like Sue. Don't get me wrong, her character's awesome. You could have equally had them at the level, but no, we have to have powerful woman, crappy man. What the hell?
Exactly.
But I mean, like there was one point
what's going on?
This will go over
rumor,
well. This will go over like a lead balloon. I want them to do this. I want them to do this so we can see Disney stock go down.
Exactly.
The thing
So
is,
in a rumor that does not spark any confidence in Marvel's supposed desires to rebuild their crumbling cinematic universe, a new rumor suggests that the studio's upcoming Fantastic Four film will not only center on Sue Storm as its main protagonist, but will also build up her character by absolutely trashing that of Reed Richards. Oh, who didn't see this coming?
That's your husband. She would, no.
What a fresh new idea. I've never seen that before.
No, exactly, right? So, this latest whisper regarding the upcoming MCU debut of Marvel's first family was first raised by noted independent Disney reporter WDW Pro. Well, that might be true because, we were hearing that it might be coming out, and we kind of did say something as well. So, speaking with Force of Light Entertainment, Michelle Smith, in a September 27th video uploaded to his channel, WDW Pro informed his guests that he had been receiving some interesting Fantastic Four related information. So, not to get stepped on with a copyright infringement kind of thing, we're just going to read what it was. So, and he says, this came to us from a high-level source, one of our highest-level sources, WDW Pro explained to Smith, saying that the Fantastic Four movie was Sue Storm-centric. So, and that Reed Richards was only referred to as Mr. Fantastic, ironically, even negatively, in the film. Well, why doesn't this surprise me whatsoever? Because, everything is about hating any kind of man, and especially a smart man, an extremely super smart man like Reed Richards, and a white man on top of that. Well, why doesn't that surprise me as well?
Brilliant scientist he is, yeah.
The next offering,
in a world where mean lesbians with no talent took over Disney.
Yeah, exactly. So, Tree Rock Ration says Marvel would need to focus on family, and Disney doesn't do that. Yeah, watch the thing be non-binary. Exactly. Marvel doesn't have the intelligence to create a proper story for the Fantastic Four. No, you're 100% correct, dude. And thank you again for watching on Rumble. I really, really appreciate it. And to all of you guys in the YouTube sphere, there is the link to Rumble. Please head over to Rumble because you have more free speech there. And I'm trying to build up that channel even more and even better because boy, oh boy, you can say a lot of stuff on Rumble that you can't on YouTube. Time. Exactly. So next, offering the disclaimer, we're getting into spoiler territory. Well, at this point, does it really matter? Should this all turn out to be true? Also, we're in rumor and speculation as well because we can't corroborate what this person said, but they have been phenomenal in the past. So he revealed that his source had claimed that a major plot point from the film was Sue's realization that she had been sacrificing so much of herself being in a relationship with him.
What the hell?
Yeah,
they're a family.
Right?
They're a happy married family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like you've had so many kids with him. If you hated him so much, you wouldn't be family. My God.
They want to kill the family dynamic. This is ridiculous.
Yes,
they do.
Yes, that's it.
Yes, this is killing the nuclear family kind of thing, right? So
I'm gonna say it again. You can't change the laws of like society. Like numbers just add up. Like you have equal breadwinners in a lot of families, like two incomes, all that shit. Yeah. If you start bagging all the time on one parent about in your movie that your parent is paying for. Mike, do you look forward to taking your daughter to see a movie so that you can get fucking owned? Right? Exactly. Like you pay for your wife, you pay like $100 if you take four people to the movies, roughly. Throw in the slightest snacks, gas, parking, everything else. And the next thing you know, it's $100. And do we have to always own dad? We've been doing that since Force Awakens where Han Solo couldn't fix his own fucking shit.
Yeah, I know, right? Carla Burton says, is Brie Larson going to be Sue Storm? Yeah, sure, more than likely. No, it's going to be Jennifer Lawrence because Marvel's first family, it's going to be Jennifer Lawrence because she did everything first. So
what sucks about that is, you know what? They're going to Wait till they get their hands on her. Look what they did to look what they did to Eventually, Lily is a very beautiful woman, and look what the Disney people do to her. Well, I'm just going to say it how it is. I don't mean this in any kind of pejorative way, but Evangeline Lilly only ever cross dresses. She's wearing a pinstripe suit and a tie every single time I've seen her for a year now. She goes to my barber, but doesn't pay him as much and yells at him while he's cutting her hair or something.
Wow.
It's like she had an argument with him. She has like some kind of aversion to putting the product in the right way. She doesn't know how to groom her man hair. And I don't if they get their hands on Jennifer Lawrence, as much as we like to bag on her, you see that picture of her the other day in the bikini? Like, I like enjoying Jennifer Lawrence. I do not want her in the clutches of these people who are like, what we're going to do is we're going to get Jennifer Lawrence. We're going to make sure no one ever gets a good look at her again. That's the only reason they want her. It's like, we're going to have her as Joan of Arc woman. That's her Marvel character. She'll wear a suit of armor so no one can get her. We're not having anybody. What about boob armor? Well, maybe boob armor, but we want it to be really convex. Nothing exciting. We're going to take all the curves off Jennifer. When will we let people see her again? When she's 50, like we're doing with Michelle Pfeiffer. That's who you're supposed to be focused on in Ant-Man and the Wasp. It's like, like in Scarface, I was hot for Michelle Pfeiffer. Ant-Man and the Wasp. Evangeline Lilly, the 15 minutes she's in it, she looks like she just like fucking what the fuck?
It's defeating the male gaze, as they put it.
If she showed up for my movie looking like that, wanting to fucking have that kind of styling, I would have fucking yelled at her. I would have pulled back filming until they could get her some hair extensions. I would have fired the entire fucking wardrobe department that didn't stop her, and I would have banned her agent from the fucking lot if I'm the director.
Exactly.
And I would have started suing her for some of her pay just to get her in line.
Yep.
Want her to drop that litigation once she gets the hair extensions.
The source asserted apparently Reed Richards is so poorly depicted that some actors even passed on playing the role. They did not want to be involved. They did not want to be involved with this toxic masculinity style portrayal, the individual concluded. Apparently, the original character, MCU Spider-Man trilogy, John Watts, left.
I'm imagining like a female director hectoring someone
way through due to the same issue. So
I'm going to imagine it was a horrible. No, but I'm like, imagine how horrible the audition is. Look at this movie's disposition, right?
Yes.
So let's just say, like, you're kind of up and coming. Maybe you're going somewhere, but like, you're not like huge yet. Like, you go into this audition and they're like, all right, what we want you to do is like get down on all four knees and start crying and say, I thought I was fantastic, but I'm not. It's all my fault. And you're like, wait, what the fuck? And like some woman, like director with a crazy vision just starts screaming at you like, get down there on your knees or you're a toxic male. It's like, that's what it's like. People just like, fuck you, I'm out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
It sounds like the worst of the worst. Vengeance
is would be her husband dies and not sorry she spent that time, but it was done. At least that's realistic and still loving. Chad Bailey says everything has got woke. Hate watching TV at this point. Yeah, I don't blame you. Lost Wanderer. So Dylan plays both Sue and Reed?
I actually want to see that. I don't want to see that because it'll be so bad.
You have won the internet for today.
That's at least you got my attention. You got my attention.
It's like watching a car crash. You want to see it. It's like,
oh God!
I'll just throw this out there.
Do I think it'll be great? No. Do I have $18 for a laugh like that? Maybe. I might have $18 to laugh at that.
Or you could just look for Roger Corman's Fantastic Four from way back in the day.
Yes.
It's on YouTube.
I've actually watched
it's
that.
on YouTube. Yep.
As bad as it is, I would rather watch that.
Yep.
So
I remember seeing that like on VHS. Like I saw that and Hell Goes to Frogtown in my college dorm room. Yeah. Which Frogtown do you like better? The first one or the second one with Chuck Norris? The first one's great. I mean, Roddy Piper, a strong performance, but the second one, I mean, it's got Norris. It's hard to say.
Yeah, I like the original. That's just me.
Yeah, I mean, Sandahl Bergman from Conan the Barbarian makes that movie. You know, Hell Goes to Frogtown, one of the greatest movies of the 90s.
I think so. Interestingly, though, neither Smith or WDW Pro or the source claimed any such explicit connection. It seemed that Sue's rumored independence realization slots right into previous rumors regarding the film's setting.
You know what would fix this?
Broken.
If the movie took place in 1963 when women had absolutely no rights, like make it relevant.
Oh,
this sounds
yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
This sounds
It does.
crazy and off by a generation.
Yep. So the per a scoop, first broken by Daniel R.P.K. Richmond, and later expanded upon by himself, a fellow scooper, Grace Randolph. The four will supposedly arrive into the mainstream Marvel Cinematic Universe, itself seemingly once again bearing the title of Earth 1999999, following the events of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, both from an alternate universe as well as the 1960s. Okay. So because God.
You know, I got an idea to fix Fantastic Four. What do you think of this? Fantastic Four versus Fast and the Furious. We'll combine them together.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. God.
You know, as we continue covering this article, my apathy just grows and grows to the point I just don't care anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just, I don't care. It's like they can do whatever. I won't be watching it.
No.
You know what? Congratulations. You're ready to become a new new Trek reviewer there, PCR. You're broken like I am now.
Yeah.
YouTube has finally done it to him, ladies and gentlemen. You saw the moment his soul broke. Did you hear the
Lost Wonders?
Yeah.
The crazy part of this, a true FF story, you would have the perfect casting already in real life of Sue and Reed. That's right. You would. You would. If this was perfect casting, you would have them totally matched perfectly.
How about Johnny Depp as Reed Richards and maybe Amber Heard as Sue Storm?
Oh God. No.
Amelia Clark. How about Amelia? Oh no, Amelia Clark is too. Her Marvel character already exists. She missed her chance.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You know what? How about Amy? How about this? We'll make it Amy Schumer, but she'll be stuck on invisible for the whole movie. We'll only hear her voice. No, but she'll be invisible. That'll be the joke. They'll all sit down on the couch, and the couch will like go up on one end and like shallow, like it doesn't shallow Hal.
God, can you imagine?
That would be.
She'll stay invisible and protest
throughout the whole movie. She never becomes visible. That's how we can make this work. I think I finally came up with a concept for an Amy Schumer movie that everyone likes.
We'll just do one better, and we'll go with the other 2016 Ghostbuster. You know which one I'm talking about?
Which one? Megan,
the big loudmouth racist Patty.
Yes. Which one?
Yeah.
I mean, which one? Melissa McCarthy? Or you're talking about
I'm talking about
the one we were talking about last time. Yeah.
Last time.
Talking about Leslie Jones. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll go with Leslie Jones.
Her behavior is out. Do you imagine being, how old is Leslie Jones? She's like 42 years old.
I don't care.
Maybe 43 years.
Because if we point out her age, we'll be ageist. And
just saying, like her career is already over in her. The thing she's doing right now might sell this book this time, but like, who the fuck is ever going to have her around in the future? Like, she went off on her co-stars too, by the way.
Who cares? Anyway, given the widespread inability for most Hollywood writers to either write or treat any depiction of a biological family with an unappealing concept, and sometimes, if their ideologies are extreme enough, a threat to their political worldview, it wouldn't be far out of the realm of possibility to imagine that Hollywood's current writing pool would so incredibly fumble the Fantastic Four's silver screen return by returning their story into an on-the-nose pop feminist allegory for that era's women's liberation movement. Exactly. So, yep.
The painful thud as my head hits the desk.
Marvel's Fantastic Four has helmed by former WandaVision and current replacement director Matt Shackman and is set to rip through the multiverse
That-
on
But
May
fuck
2nd, 2025. So
Matt
that is a
Shackman
date.
is not going to direct that movie. Matt Shackman was supposed to direct Star Trek 4. Okay, so I'm familiar with Mr. Shackman's resume. Matt Shackman's only ever directed 12-minute long, and it's a great show, Children's Hospital. For what he did, he's great. But Matt Shackman was one camera improv guerrilla comedy. He can't do this.
No,
he's
you
not.
can't.
He doesn't have.
No.
His only other thing, his real production, is he's done like 25 or so episodes, a decent representative amount of episodes of Only Sunny. Always
See, Carla's
Sunny.
got it right.
Yeah.
We're
What
like
did
the
she
Willem
say?
Dafoe
Carla's
meme
usually right.
with the wide eyes. Do it.
Now, did they just make a claim
Mm.
the woman empower movement, and that's what this is about?
But Carl Burton's right like,
Yep.
about Amy Schumer, by the way. She is entirely unfunny, and the invisible can't hide that. The thing is, we can get our diversity points in here without having to actually have her in our movie. That's
Exactly.
what I'm saying.
It's not even
Tree
female
Rock.
empowerment.
Hold on, one sec. Tree Rock.
It's either that or she was going to be Barbie. So I can point out that there were worse ideas reported on this show.
Tree Rock Creations on Rumble says, so Sue Storm is invisible all the time because she's pissed off and can't control her emotions? Yeah, probably.
Yeah, that is what they said is the reason why Sue Storm initially is going invisible is because she's got like some kind of maybe it's cyclical. I don't know if it happens, but she gets angry and emotional and she becomes invisible.
Because apparently the reason was that she felt like she was not being seen, right? Like originally,
it's so on the nose.
Because there weren't a lot of women superheroes back in the day. So she felt like she was unseen, not noticed, right?
She
and
was
hence
awesome.
therefore seen as the invisible woman, right? So that's kind of the way Jack Kirby kind of explained it, right? Their how should I put it? Their personalities made their powers manifest, right?
But she shined. She was an amazing character.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
No, exactly.
This is just rewriting what was good. This is just deconstructing trash. It's going to be awful.
It's not empowerment. It's actually denigrating to her, I think. It's just,
Exactly.
No.
Lost Wonder says, now me personally, I'd love to see Catherine Winnick play Sue Richards.
That would be an interesting pick.
I like Riley Keough. Can we get Riley Keough? She's Elvis's granddaughter.
Really?
And guess what? I can tell the
gotta see what she
future.
looks like.
This will bomb.
Right.
Did you see Fury Road?
Yeah.
Did you see
No,
Road Warrior Fury Road?
No,
Road
I
Warrior
haven't
Fury Road?
Yes, yes, I did.
Yeah, it's
I
still
love
kind
all
of new.
that
Check it
stuff,
out. She's the redheaded girl among the three brides of Immortan Joe. She's the redheaded one.
Okay.
She's the one who's not Zoe Kravitz, and the one
About
that's
that
not
film, I
super
always
pregnant.
wanted to play. He never came off and admitted to being Max. I think he's the kid of Mad Max. That's why I want to see
I
one
think
more.
so as well. That
Yeah.
particular movie, I think he was the kid.
Maybe the son never died.
That movie stood so far outside the continent. Well, he had the brace on the same leg, so he re-injured himself the same way. I believe it's
also the
him.
kid kind of idolized Max, so he would have copied.
Yeah,
Max.
copied or something.
Yeah.
There we go.
We
So
need
before
a movie
everyone
that in. I
leaves-
think the next stop's Furiosa, right?
I love the Mad Max series.
Right.
The game's amazing too, by the way.
Me too.
So before
yeah.
So before anyone leaves right now, because what I'm trying to do on these Frantic Fridays, and we've done it for past couple of times already, is just try to leave with a laugh, because we need to start the weekend in a good, funny way, and that's why
Especially
we do what
after
we
hearing
do
that,
here.
we need to clean our palates.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Although I
ladies and gentlemen on Rumble that are watching right now, all of you that are watching on Rumble, all 9 of you, it seems like, and so stay tuned. All of you on the YouTubes, please stay tuned. Have a good laugh. Sit back and get ready for more mind-numbing fun. Here we
Right.
go.
Here we go.
It's time to get your Pokemon! Oh yeah, today's the day I get my Pokemon! Well, I can't wait. Gonna get me a sweet-ass Pokemon. Fucking Squirtle or whatever, fucking would be tight. Hey, Gary, what's up? Oh, dude, what's up? I'm gonna get a Pokemon. What are you doing? Oh, I just got a Pokemon. Ah, it's so good. I'm battle other Pokemon. Oh, man, you don't even know. Dude, I'm gonna give me a Squirtle. Damn, that's the best one. Yeah, I know it. I'm gonna catch you on the flip, bro. Whatever, dude. I don't know what you just said. Hey, Professor Oak. Yo, I want a Pokemon. What are you doing right now? Come on, bro. Give me Pokemon. Yeah, I don't have any. What the fuck, bro? Come on! Damn, bro, what the fuck? Wait a minute. I got a Pikachu. You want a Pikachu?
Pikachu.
Fine, whatever. What's up, Pikachu?
What's up, dude? I got a story. You want to hear it?
Yeah, no, thank you. Hey, battle that Pokemon.
No!
Oh, hey, what's that Pokemon?
That's a Spearow. Throw a rock at that shit.
Ash uses Rock Throw.
Oh, he looks pissed.
Pikachu, we gotta go.
Calm your fat ass. Oh, what the fuck? Get the out of here! Damn, I didn't know I could do that.
Oh, shit.
Oh my god, come on!
Hang on, Pikachu, I got you.
Now you listen to me. We get out of this. I'm eating nothing but fried chicken for like a month.
Oh, don't worry, little buddy, I got an idea. Ooh, is that Pokemon okay? Huh? Oh, Pikachu? Nah, he's fine. There's a town in that direction over there. Okay. If you go to the hospital, you can fix your Pokemon. Okay. You go to Nurse Joy and you fix the Pokemon. Uh-huh. You give him the Pokemon, you give him the Pokemon, and the Pokemon, okay, gets fixed. Nurse Joy says hello. Okay. Then you say hello back, and then they go, your Pokemon looks sick, and then, okay, you usually put them on the scanner and they get better. It's like a fax machine. It doesn't fax anything, though. It makes them better most of the time. What? You know what? It's just too complicated for you. Jesus Christmas! I gotta go! Here you go, Pikachu. You look adorable. Hey, wait a minute. Don't I get a say in this? Fuck no! All right, enough games. It's time to rip some ass. Pikachu, you're my best friend.
Nah, you're my best friend.
Who's that Pokemon? Drop it open!
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, God.
Right.
There we go. Oh, hope you guys like that. Frick,
I don't know what to say. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I'm just
geez.
keeping my fucking mouth shut while I process that.
Yeah, same.
Oh, there you go,
What
Carl.
the fuck
Yeah,
did I just,
roast
There's a term we have here called, we say crawling.
That's what I do.
Does the term crawling from the wreckage have any meaning to people? I'm just like, what?
Yeah.
Looking
Well,
around
wonder-
like, I'm on One Piece. Is this hell?
I want to see a dead body.
I'll turn on my camera after the stream.
Oh, gee.
See me.
Wow.
Look like Beth warmed over. And I've got one in
Yep.
the tub.
Exactly. And Disney's Sheepherder just made it in time. Yeah. So,
Hey,
yeah.
buddy.
he just likes
Saving
the fact
Star
that it's
Trek is
different.
next.
So, Killer Rabbit. Yeah. Pikachu had a hell of a deep voice. He did. Because he's the man. So,
Very well. All right.
yep.
I do love coming here
So-
because I get to be a little different. I don't have to be my serious self like when I'm over on Saving Star Trek, where I have to be like a serious pundit because Star Trek. It's like you have to go to Star Trek school for that, and I
Oh,
uphold
yeah,
the
of
good
course.
name of Star Trek University, which of course is in Canada.
Yep.
You guys knew that though.
Out of
In
Montreal.
Vulcan.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's right.
And we got Vulcan in Alberta. So,
Well, once they said there was no economy in it, I knew it wasn't in America, right? Like it's
well, no, of course
they
not.
have no
So-
money in Star Trek.
So, Foggy Brains, what do you got planned?
Same old, same old. Don't forget
Same
to taste
old.
a biscuit with the honey sauce. Stay tuned. Enough said.
Yeah. Nice.
Everybody's like, what the hell?
That made absolutely completely no sense, and I like it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot Rock Creations. Yeah. SDS. Why does God need a Pikachu? Because he does. So, because he does. Admiral Teague, what you got on the docket for you?
I think he's still in shock.
My name is
I think
Admiral
he is.
Teague. I am still in shock, but Star Trek's coming on in a little while. Please watch. I'm your buddy Admiral Teague. On Thursdays at 4 p.m. we do Yellowstone live watches. I come on about 3:30 and recap. Friday we're on at 4. Sundays we're on at 8. This Sunday we have a guest. We're gonna have. I announced it on Rumble yesterday, so today
Nice.
is I'm gonna announce it live on your show. You ready?
Yes.
Sean Carter, the sci-fi model guy, is going to be on. We're going to talk to him. We're going to hang out. We're going to watch his favorite episode of Star Trek. I'm not telling you what it is. And we're going to talk about sci-fi models and a lot more. He's a great guy.
Cool.
And we've been endorsing his channel, and he's been on our shout-out list for a long time. So there's his link in the chat, too.
Oh, that's
Some great builds. We're going to have to go research them a little bit, too. And also, I want to thank all my friends who asked me to go on their shows to review Ahsoka last week. Now I have to watch that shit. Thanks, guys. You all owe me one.
Yeah.
Everybody who's making me watch Ahsoka, you're coming on my fucking show.
If we have to suffer, you have to suffer.
Mike at least paid it forward. He watched Strange New Worlds. He saw some.
I
some
did.
Shit.
Yes.
Oh, I saw.
Oh man.
We saw
Oh,
things.
God.
We
Oh,
saw
I did.
Dr. Mamangala.
Oh, God. Unholy
Yeah.
things.
How
Lost
many-
Wanderer. Yeah.
Captain.
What a
Captain
day. I
Pike has
got
turned
home
his back to,
early.
like 15 war crimes. Sorry.
What a
War
day. I got
Wanderer. Go
home
ahead,
early
Jay.
to watch today. Not sure if that's a good or a bad thing. So, or not. It's always a good thing, man.
Always a good thing.
Good thing,
This is-
Jay.
This is why you spread the channel, because you never know what's going to happen.
Mhm.
So, especially with the commercials now. So, that's
It's
all
good
I'll
to
say
see
about
you.
that. So, yeah, good.
And it's great to see our
you,
pal, the
man.
Disney sheep herder, out there with like everyone else. Disney. is
Exactly.
back in town.
Disney.
I know that my show is going to be troll free today if he's got time, because Disney's back in
That's right.
town.
Disney, I am also simultaneously broadcasting on Rumble, so just to let you guys know. Pop Culture Republic. What you
All
got
right.
going on?
I'm still working on future outlines for more comic book related streams. I've been hanging out more with Appian and Raquel SSG doing our own Ahsoka reviews for better
Awesome.
or for worse, which is quickly becoming
I
for
really-
the worse, because that show, ooh, talk about
Sweet.
hit
Yeah,
and miss.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had to disengage with my friends as like a viewer of those, not because I have to lurk those streams. I can't like get involved because I have too many questions. And I said before it goes in, I'm already not objective, cynical, and I think it's going to suck. And wow, I would just be gloating right now. I sound like
I'm
a dick.
trying not to
I
be
sound
overly
like a-
cynical, because I go
Never
in
trusted it.
trying to be somewhat positive. Like, okay, I'm not going to completely trash this show. I will talk about
Right.
some good aspects of it. And Disney's making it harder and harder.
I watched 4
They are.
episodes and it was good. I watched 4 episodes. It was debatably good for about 20 minutes of that. And then the last night I put on a little bit of it, and like, I don't know why fucking Odo's on there training Ahsoka on lightsabers. What the fuck is up with that? And he's wearing like a black outfit, and it's like voiced by Hayden Christensen, but it's Odo. Like, the crossover's begun.
God. So I want to thank everybody.
Poorly rendered.
So I want to thank everybody that came into the chat. I want to thank Gap After Dark, who showed up. I want to thank Dark Helmet that also came by. Wendy, Trauma Warrior, also as well. Hey, Wendy, I hope that we made listening in even interesting for all the staff there at the hospital.
Nothing
JRC.
bad happened while you were on. You should stay
That's
on the air.
true. Yeah,
You can't
exactly.
go
Right.
off the air.
It must be our healing voices that
It's
calm
2
the
p.m. to
entire
2
event.
p.m.
That's right.
It's midnight to midnight somewhere. We'll go all the way until tomorrow at 3
There
or
we
2
go.
p.m. your time.
We also had JRC99 US. Thank you, JRC, for jumping on by. Really, really appreciate it. Who else? We had Ray Lucard that came by as well, and really appreciate you. And we had a first-time guy here, Chad Bailey, that also stopped on in, and really appreciate you, man, for coming on in. And I hope that you guys, like and subscribe and spread the link around and stuff like that, because I'd really appreciate
Spread the love.
That's right. Spread the love, because that's what happens around here. Nothing but love. Killer Rabbit from Space, who in a previous chat or in a previous comment on yesterday's video, kind of alluded to that he might have ate somebody. So, yeah, but he was a bad person. So,
that makes it fine then.
Yeah, exactly.
We're safe, I hope.
Yeah. Perfectly legal. So, Carla Burton.
everyone I ate is alive and well and thanked me for it.
Well, then we'll have to get the rabbit for you. So, Carla Burton, that also came by. Thank you for showing up, because now you caught the show at the end of the show. So, I really appreciate you coming by. Lost Wanderer as well. Dude, thank you for stopping on by. Really appreciate it. Keep on coming back. And, of course, Disney Sheepherder. Yep. Finally, he shows up, because I've been missing you, man. I've been wondering where you've been. So, and, of course, on Rumble, we have Tree Rock Creations that's been very active in the chat over there. So thank you, Tree Rock Creations, for being there, and all the other people that have been watching. The 9 people. Wow, it just jumped to 10 people now. It went like from 7, 8, 9, and then now it's 11.
I'm not on for 19 minutes. I say we milk it if you're off. I'm not on for 19 minutes. I will go from one chair to the other and send out my invites on the fly if you want to milk this. How many hours do you need? You have 19 people here. I ask all of you, are you not entertained?
Exactly.
And can you give Mike a like while you're here? Because that's just going to help him out in the future. It really is. And we appreciate
like and
you.
share. Sharing is caring.
Exactly.
The
because
fact
if we
that
can
you
keep these channels going, because we're all in the same boat. We're all trying to fight all of this all the time, and just pointing out all this crap that's going on. On the 14th of October, I'm going to a Comic-Con, the first one in this town.
Coming to one in New York.
I heard about that. Congrats on that, by the way.
Yeah. So I got a reply from the Carstairs Library. And much to my surprise, the lady that is organizing this used the pronoun she, her. So what could that possibly mean for me? Yes, because I was speaking at this event for like 30 minutes, and I was just going to be talking about, comics, the whole pop industry, basically, and movies and TV and stuff like that. And like Mal Reynolds said, I aim to offend. So...
You know what, Mike? Honestly, I don't know about like the woman. All it says about is the atmosphere she works in, where she was I don't know how like you gotta feel her out, because like she may just be like, oh, I got this great job. I work for a comic book company, and she walks in there and it's like everybody's insane. And they're like, what are you? Are they them? And like, what? Huh? If you really want to move forward in this company, I'll be a they them. I mean, who knows what kind of environment she works in? So, like, for all you know, she might be the one cool person. Like, if you walk in and she's like nervously smoking a joint in the bathroom of her office, like, she's cool.
Yep. Yeah, sometimes
like,
people are almost forced to put the pronouns on their thing for some weird reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. And also, if she slams,
that could be the thing too.
You might be walking into an interview.
Pronouns is a red flag.
Yeah.
So, she slams the door behind you and she's like, are you a real person? Can I talk to you for a minute? Are you human? Are you from this planet? Okay, listen, this is a terrible place to work, but I want to hire one more normal person. Okay.
So she could be cool. So give it hopefully it's awesome.
It might not be her.
Yeah,
bring sandwiches and like a wave, like a cell phone. Like bring an old cell phone for her that she can use to make an emergency call. Just leave it behind. Like just don't remark on it. Pretend like you left your own phone behind so that she could use to call for help if she's trapped.
Nice little burner. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Help her out.
Yeah. Plus some fentanyl. So
poison control. Yeah. Whatever it might be.
Exactly. So basically, because work and duty.
Speaking of fentanyl, I've just got a stir mine right now for a moment. I'm making a batch here now. Hold on a moment.
Oh, okay. So from everybody here on the panel, thank you for showing on up. I really, really appreciate it. Stay tuned for Titillating Tuesdays. I don't know what happened on Tuesday on Rumble this past week, but I re-uploaded the entire episode, so you guys can watch it there on Rumble and watch the video that I put out yesterday about Bambi. What's going on with Bambi?
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Oh,
so
boy.
if anybody has watched that, yeah, it's going to be
I predict Bambi's mother comes back at the end and she's alive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was all a horrible misunderstanding. So yeah, and basically the director having ties with the whole NDP party up here in Canada, which is essentially a bunch of communists. So from everybody here on the channel to everybody out there in Rumble, thank you for joining up and watching on Rumble. Thank you, the entire chat on YouTube, for joining in and having fun with us. We will see you on a Titillating Tuesday. So from all of us here on the panel, thank you very much. Hit the like button, and we will see you guys again.
Later.
Later.